The teams are on the ground and we're ready to start here on 3BBB in a few moments. 3BBB here at the football, and of course a good old gentleman from around the traps here in the Central Highlands, Tom Evans there, just talking to the many acquaintances that he would have. So we're just about in readiness to start here on 3BBB because they're about ready to play the national anthem, to start the game. They've formed the big V and they're in readiness.
Yes, just going to present the Jeff Taylor medal to Peter Doherty at Beaufort Rugby.
Right.
And it's back-to-back medals for Peter Doherty, so he should have a big influence on this game here today. The adrenaline should be pumping with that medal, and he's a very, very good footballer, Peter Doherty.
Yes, well, he's been at the club for 2 seasons. He's taken out, as you just said, the league's best and fairest both years, and is the club's assistant coach. He's played a significant role in Beaufort's bid for the flag, as you just said, and of course would be a very, very good assistant to Chris Parker.
Yes, and I think too, just looking through Beaufort's side, whilst I've selected Dunnstown, they've got some class, the Beaufort boys. Tim Murphy, very, very quick rover. Ex-North Ballarat best and fairest winner, and very, very uncanny little rover is Tim Murphy. So Dunnstown might want to let him run ripped, especially if Doherty can get on top of the ruck. And all in all, it's going to be a very, very good game today, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes right down to the wire, Neil.
No, well, that's right. Well, Kelly, let's check the scores out from the reserves game.
Right there, we have Bland won 14-7-91 to Learmonth. Oh, I should be saying, is it?
No, this is the Hepburn and Bland game, so... all right, so Bland won 14-7-91.
Hepburn 7-5-47.
Okay, thanks very much there, Kel. And of course, Kelly will be bringing us all of the scores. We'll take a break at this present point in time.
The 1995 VFL season is proudly sponsored by the Gas and Energy Shop with New Dimension Electric Hot Water.
For the Dunnstown players, and of course we're about ready to start here on 3BBB as umpire Neil Quinlan holds the ball aloft, and we are off and running in the grand final for 1995 as the ball's been bounced. Up they go. Who got the tap down? It was Doherty. Away go the Crows, and too high there, Jason Duck, that one.
Yeah, Tony Cook down, hasn't got up yet.
A sharp elbow, and Chris Parker has the footy. 2 ex-Kookaburra teammates from way back, and by golly, that should be a 50-metre free kick, but it wasn't, as Parker lets fly with a long bomb, hits the square, up they go. Oh, what a mark! As the player from Beaufort, the Crow, he went right up and dragged that one down, did Ross O'Brien. Magnificent mark, and Duck, can you see missing this one?
No fear, Neil. That's home and hose, that one.
So out of the blocks come Beaufort, and in comes the O'Brien as he kicks, and oh golly, it just made it, but it's through for a goal to open the account, so it's 6 points up are the Crows.
There we have first blood to Beaufort through Ross O'Brien.
Back in the centre, umpire Greg Plyer hits the deck. Doherty again gets a knockout. No one can take the ball. Cook seems to have recovered there. The loose ball comes out to, let's see, that was Murphy. He drives it up towards centre half forward, but in the way there is the Dunnstown player. That's strong. That's Shane Satch at centre half back. He drives it out towards a half back flank. It's taken by Britt. He drives it short into Damien Wood. The little rover for Dunnstown drives in towards centre half forward. Up goes White, thumped it away. Tim Murphy gathers the loose ball. Cross half back. He moves the ball sideways, and sensible play from little Murphy as he finds Sean Birch. He goes short again, almost centre wing. The loose ball comes across to Richard Frank. He does a little bit of a sidestep and drives in towards centre half forward. On the burst is, let's see who that is. That's Michael Broadbent at centre half forward. Good footy, gets it on quickly. Thumped away by the Dunnstown defenders. The loose ball's picked up by Leonard. He gets a quick handball to no one in particular. There's great pressure here as they'll get out of trouble here by way of Stephen Adams. He gets a loose handball, misses the target, and there's a battle for the ball now. Young Griffiths has got it, looks up and sees, delivers poorly though, as Darren Britt had made position, but it was a poor kick. And the leading mark by Sean Birch.
His kick goes to centre wing, where Batters picks up on the run, swings with the left foot, but the errant kick missed the mark there from Peters, but he butters up beautifully, kicks in towards the centre. The target is White. He can't take the mark. Away go the Crows, this time through Richard Frank, who kicks towards half forward. Errant kick this time, put his mate under pressure. Try to rip through there for Dunnstown was Michael McBain. Couldn't grab the footy. Spills clear, and at half forward the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. So what a tremendous start in this 1995 Central Highlands Premiership.
Half forward flank for Beaufort. The ball's back into play. Over the back there was Sean Dummett. He got the loose ball taken by Tim Murphy. He drives at the big ones, but I think he's just missed to the left. He has. So it's 1 point to Beaufort to take them out to 1-1-7, leading Dunnstown yet to score 3 3/4 minutes into this first quarter, Jason.
Very difficult angle there, so picked up well though to get it even close to the goals.
Had plenty of goal space open to him, but maybe just a little bit of nerves in the grand final.
Oh, most certainly. It's electric, isn't it?
It is electric as the fullback now prepares to kick the ball in. It's Simon Britt looking for his options, waiting for someone to burst. He should come out to the stand side. He goes short, and fatty Chris Peters, I should talk, says Neil Steinman, has taken the mark. Gets out on his right foot, drives it out towards Selwyn. Glorious kick, beautifully weighted kick. Running onto that was Leonard. He drives it up towards half forward. The Beaufort man in front there to play on was Richard Frank. Play on calls the umpire. The loose ball comes out wide. It's been kicked in towards the forward line. Over the back, trying to mark there was Peter Leach. He couldn't do so. The man in front thumped it away, the Beaufort defender, to no one in particular. It's still pretty open stuff though. It's still pretty rugged as the Beaufort defender's working overtime. That was Moorfield, got the loose ball out to no one in particular. It comes across to Kieran Griffiths. He loses it like a hot spud. Bursting his way through is Peter Leach using a bit of class. The loose ball comes out to, let's see, that is Orchard, Chris Orchard. He flies a flying shot towards the goalpost, but out of bounds on the full.
And the ball's back into play, wobbly old kick, but lucky for the Beaufort Crows, there's Cookie to take the mark. He plays on quickly, dodges and weaves around McBain, then sets sail towards centre wing. Could have been given a free kick downfield, but that wasn't there, as Batters comes in and marks in the centre of the ground. The ex-Ballarat Swan swings with the light, beautiful kick, over the top it should have been paid a mark, but running onto the footy that time was Lynch. He sets sail towards the goal, and good football there as coming out taking a very good mark as Ross O'Brien. Now he's already kicked the goal for the Crows and would be a pretty good chance here, Duck.
Yeah, a bit tighter angle, but I don't think too many worries there.
In he comes, kicks towards goal. The umpire moves across and puts the two guns up. 13 points of difference in favour of the Crows.
Great goal there again by O'Brien. Good play by Beaufort, cutting across the face of goal and setting him up for an easy shot.
Class play by Sean Leach, the extra man player. 6.5 minutes in, and it's the Beaufort Crows by 13 points. Doherty's winning everything in the ruck. Down to Chris Peters. He drives it up towards full forward. Almost another good mark there to O'Brien. Play on calls the umpire. the Dunnstown defence is under enormous pressure here at Learmonth as the errant handball comes out. The idea was right. He was looking for Colin Sharp. He couldn't quite get the ball in before it went out of bounds. Half forward flank on the members' side here with Beaufort in attack. Over the back, Lynch trying to burst his way through, couldn't do so. Off the ground there was Gillingham. He drives it up towards the full forward position, but Dunnstown strong in defence. Simon Britt drives it out towards the half-back flank. There's a couple of bounces been taken there by Stephen Adams. He sets sail for the half-forward line. A loose man has been, that was Chrissy Orchard again. He drives it up towards full forward. Over the back of the pack, there should be the runners there. There is, but it's for Beaufort, unfortunately, for the Town. They'll get clear as a short pass comes out to Simon Aitken. He takes a mark on the 50-metre line, goes short on the centre wing and finds Anthony Cook.
Yes, Cook took a tumbling mark, and good shepherding that time by Chris Parker allowed him in to take that mark. So he's on the defensive side of centre wing now. On the grandstand side as Cookie is directing play. Goes for the long one now. Sees the lead this time from Simpson. Simpson, the ball was over his head. Running onto it was Learmonth for the Town, but he'll go back and take a kick, Will Simpson. So it's Mark Simpson with the footy in the centre of the ground, and he'll look for the options. Couple of leads coming forth, but he's not going to affect for those. Well, yes, he is. I didn't see the player out there, and that player being Murphy. So it's Johnny Murphy with the footy. Perhaps he plays like he's Fitzroy Callerdame. Looks there for Broadbent. Can't take the mark, and a good mark has been taken there in defence by Dummett. Dummett sees the lead this time from his teammate that time in O'Brien. McBain, I beg your pardon, leaves it towards Woods. Woods' kick goes towards centre of the wing, but no one there for the Town, and the ball looks to be bottled up in the wing. But no, it's not. It comes clear. Well played. Good play there by Mark Simpson. Gets rid of the footy hot, but only as far as McBain. McBain slaps the ball and it goes over the line and out of bounds. A hot play out there, Ducky.
My oath it is, Neil. Great football.
9 minutes into this first quarter, half-forward flank on the lake side with the Beaufort boys in attack. It's been thumped away by Dummett and should find the safety of the boundary line. Gains about 20 metres for the Town and almost centre wing. Will stay still half-forward flank on the lake side with Dunnstown yet to score. The Beaufort boys 2-1-13. Over the back, Batter's got a quick knockdown. It comes to, let's see, Wood. He drives it up towards half-forward and Dale Learmonth has taken the mark. The elusive Learmonth. Mark White's loose at centre half forward. He finds him with a neat little pass. Poor kick though, very poor kick. It's been cut off easily there by Sean Birch, and Sean Birch kicks it an equally poor kick into the centre. Kicked off the ground there by Britt, out to no one in particular except the Beaufort player. That is Sean Birch. He's had about 4 or 5 kicks already this quarter. He gets rid of it, but only as far as Chris Peters, and a real pinpoint accuracy pass goes to Mark White, who seems to be playing loose across half forward. Looks for his options. Making some space here is Simon Britt, but a poor kick again. That's twice in about a minute. Mark White's disposal has let him down, unfortunately, for the Town. It's out of bounds, 50 3/4 metres on the grandstand side, half-forward flank for Dunnstown.
As the ball comes hurtling back in, over the top there was a Doherty, but running onto it was Griffith. Tries to get rid of it. He does towards Britt, who dodges around one. Then with a neat little left foot kick, try to set up his teammate that time in Bilney, but he lost the run of the footy. Taken away there by Atkin, dodged around one, poor disposal, allows, but well helped out there by Timmy Murphy. Shoots a kick across towards half-forward flank, running onto it will be Matty Frank, who picked up kick beautifully out towards centre of the forward, but no mark there to O'Brien. Oh, this is a little bit scrappy as the ball goes over the line and out of bounds, say about 25 metres out from goal. Gee, it needs to be...
Back into play here, 20 metres out, and the loose ball's been cleared by the Dunnstown defenders towards the centre. Mark White again almost took a good mark. I thought he was interfered with by Doherty. He comes onto the loose ball, Doherty, gives it across to Batters. He leaves it behind. Back again to Doherty, the big fella. They're fumbling and messing around a bit. Finally, Batters gets a kick. Not a good one. Should have been marked there by the Beaufort player there in, let's see, that was Aitken. He should have done better than that, didn't. The pressure's strongly applied there by Dunnstown. No one can get a clear posse now. It's on the centre wing position. Leading in the race for the ball there is Richard Frank. He gets around the left foot by hand across to, that looks like Batters. He drives in towards centre half forward, running underneath the ball there with a Beaufort player, and that allows Dummett to clear across to Michael McBain, and a spearing pass into Damien Wood, and he just bends into that pass and takes the mark 60 metres out. A little bit of fancy footwork, getting himself into a little bit of trouble, but it's good. Oh, but they don't. Misunderstanding between Wilson and Darren Brett allows the Beaufort player Sean Birch to clear. A funny old kick out the centre wing to Atkin. He drives it long to half forward, looking for it, finding that's a lovely mark to Broadbent, and Broadbent's on the half forward flank about 60 metres out from goal.
And he'll look for his options, puts the high bomb up. He's looking up here for O'Brien. Up they go, thumped away there by Dummett for Dunnstown, trying to burst his way through. Well played as the ball comes out, but running onto the footy will be Johnny Murphy. Tries to swerve around, can't do so. Ball spills clear again. In the pack there was Leach, was it? But the ball was all bottled up, and a free kick has gone Dunnstown's way.
Oh,
Leonard with the footy. Down towards centre wing, sees the lead this time from Wilson. Wilson's marked on the centre wing, then tries to dodge around, will do so from Simon Atkin, but the kick is a poor one. He lost the run of the footy to the Beaufort players, kicks the long one, looks up here towards forward, nearly taking the ball in there was Frank, couldn't do so for Beaufort. Bursting his way through was Frank again. Geez, played it tough, trying to pick it up and run with the footy there was Frank again, but that was Murphy, I beg your pardon. As the hand pass comes out, taken there under a lot of pressure was Glenn Drew. He kicks the ball. He looks up here for Broadbent, but he can't trap the ball, and the ball is pushed through that time, and it's only 1 point. So good play, 14 points, the difference here, Ducky.
This ball back into play, and Dunnstown are under enormous pressure. 13 3/4 minutes in this first quarter, and they are yet to even go past their half-forward line. As he goes short out, and that's a good kick, finds Kieran Griffiths on the 50-metre defensive line for Dunnstown. He skips back to take the kick, a nutty little player as Griffiths. Glorious kick, beautiful kick off the boot, finds the big chest of Dale Learmonth. Dead centre of the ground here at Learmonth. He plays on quickly, drives it up towards full forward. Pushed in the back, I thought there was the Dunnstown player Scott Henderson. Play on, calls the umpire. As Big Doherty throwing his weight around, gets a handball clear. The loose ball comes out to Atkin, and he's played a fair game so far for the Crows. Drives up towards centre half. Dragged a glorious mark there was Broadbent. The loose ball comes out to, let's see, that looks like Adams. Stephen Adams drives up towards centre half forward, and I'd pay that mark to Beaufort. Play on, calls the umpire, as Beaufort desperately trying to convert from this forward sortie. The loose ball out to the half-back flank. It's been cleared out towards centre wing to no one in particular, apart from the safety of the boundary line, and that was good play there by Mark Simpson, who's been in the play so far. 14 3/4 minutes in, throw in centre wing position.
And 14 points the difference in favour of Beaufort. White perhaps got the tap down. A hand pass comes out that time from Murphy, gives it across to his teammate that time in Mark Simpson, whose kick is a beautiful one, has found Broadbent at centre half forward. Plays on quickly. The leads from O'Brien. Oh, what a mark! As he dragged her in around about 20 odd metres out. Now he goes for a little pass. He's got his option of 2. Well done there. And the mark has finally come to Sean Lynch. So it's Lynch with it, but he's tight on the boundary, so it'll take a very good kick here.
Sean Lynch, Footscray district cricketer, former Ballarat Redan player, Neil, and also a very accomplished footballer.
Is his bowling accurate?
No, he's a wicket-keeper batsman.
Oh, that all. So Sean Lynch coming in now to kick. That's not a bad kick off the boot. The umpire moves across slightly. I think it has been marked. In fact, that's very poor defence, because that mark should have never have been taken. And that looks like Sashi, is it?
I think it might be Richard Frank.
Frank, is it?
I stand corrected, it's a long way away.
We'll just wait in any case, but a very tight angle should be affected here by umpire Neil Quinlan, as we just wait for the Beaufort player to come in. 14 points of difference here on 3BBB, as in he comes now. Kicks for goal. The umpire cranes the old neck back, and I think it's a sausage roll. It is, so it's 20 points of difference in favour of Beaufort. Gee, that was a great goal and a good mark undefended there. Set Beaufort up for another goal there, Jason.
Yes, I still can't see what it was there, Neil, but it was a good goal nevertheless, yes.
It certainly was. We've been playing now for 16, nearly 17 minutes in this first quarter. It's Beaufort by 20 points as umpire bounces the footy. Beautiful bounce. It's Doherty who gets the tap down. Parker tries to burst his way through, but he's been grabbed, and it's all sixes and sevens there in the centre of the ground, and Neil Quinlan will come in and bounce down again. Does so. Poor bounce. The Doc gets the tap down. Beaufort through the agency this time of Mark Simpson. Gets the kick in. Taken there by Leonard. Puts the high footy up. Looks up here for teammate, but thumped away. Good play there by Birch. Sees the ball spill clear, but running on it for Dunnstown. That time was Henderson, who kicks towards goal and registers the first score. 1 point here, and that was pretty good footy. So it's 19 points of difference, Jason, here at the Learmonth ground.
Yes, Neil. Could have swung it back a bit more maybe and would have opened their account in the goals, but a point is a start, I suppose.
Yes, it is. It's Glenn Drew preparing to bring the ball back into play for Beaufort and drives it out to the 50-metre line. I fear to no one in particular other than Damien Wood, and he was looking for Doherty, and stupid play by him. Absolutely silly football. He just far too fancy there, Neil, and he was chopped off by Sean Birch. As he drives it out towards centre wing, big pack of players, no one down for Dunnstown, all the way up. Batters gets a loose ball to Parker. Parker he's caught, play on calls the umpire. Parker goes in to help out like a good captain coach should. He drives it out of the danger zone and out of bounds. Centre wing position on the grandstand or broadcast wing side, and it's out of bounds, and that goal kicker, Neil, the third goal kicker was Damien Gillingham.
As the ball comes thundering in again, Peter's got a bit of a slap back, then taps it on again, running onto it for Beaufort. That time is Simon Atkins. Let's fire towards centre half forward. Nearly over the top there was Adams, but he couldn't drag the footy in. Now the ball's in dispute. Out it comes by hand beautifully there to Leonard, who unleashes an unholy kick out towards half-forward flank, and the mark has been taken by Karen Griffith. Sets sail with another poor kick, taken by Mark Simpson, who unleashes a good long kick towards centre. Over the top, taking a very, very good mark was Adams for the Towns. Kicks it out towards the direction of Britt. That's Darren Britt. Couldn't take the mark. Spilt clear. Taken there by White. Misconstrued by umpire Quinlan as a throw. And we'll have a free kick going to Sean Birch. We'll have a score from Kelly Bevan in just a moment here at the MCG for 3BBB Sport. As Birch kicks towards half-forward flank, over the top, nearly taking a good mark there was Broadbent. Couldn't drag it in. Ball spills clear to Learmonth, who kicks towards the forward line. Who's in the van? That looks very much like Henderson, who runs onto the footy. Also in the van there for Dunnstown was Leach, but didn't get the mark. Kelly at the MCG.
Bombers 2-2-14, Richmond 1 goal.
Okay, half-forward flank, almost forward pocket here for Dunnstown, broadcast side. It's White and Doherty. White gets the ball off the bounce, gives it by hand to Learmonth. He shoots a goal, and he's put it through for Dunnstown's first goal. Wonderfully weighted kick from Dale Learmonth, and he's threaded the...
Yes, Dale Learmonth kicking 30 metres out. Beautiful right kick through the goals.
Back in the centre, Doherty is winning every ruck out. He gets it down. It's taken by Chrissy Parker onto his left foot. It's high. Have to wait under the ball there, did Broadbent, and that was thumped away by Chris Peters out to McBain. He's battling hard. He finally gains possession. A quick kick, scrubby little kick out towards the centre wing, and he was battling against 2 and 3 there, young Michael McBain. He did very well to find the boundary line, centre wing position. We've played nearly 21 and a half minutes into this first quarter of the Central Highlands Grand Final. It's Beaufort 3-2-20, leading Dunnstown 1-1-7. Back into play, it's White who got the knockdown over Doherty, thumped further afield by batters, running onto the ball is McBain, trying to keep it inside play. He can do so with a bit of fancy footwork, but then thumps it over the line himself as his kick was smothered. And it's a throw in again, just forward of centre as Beaufort attack down towards the Ballarat end of this Learmonth Oval. And they're enjoying a 13-point break.
Yes, they are. We wait for the footy to be brought back into the arena again. I wonder whether the gentleman on the gate have got it, as the umpire about to throw the ball back into play does so. The big guys rise to the occasion now. Who can take it? It's been taken away by Batters, who kicks towards goal, but backing back, taking a very good mark that time for the Towners is Craig Sharp. So Sharp, he kicks it out towards the centre of the ground. The target was Dummett, but he couldn't take the footy. In the van there with the Beaufort players, gives it across there towards Cookie, who goes towards goal. A beautiful kick. I don't know whether it bounced through, did it or not. It hit the post. So it's only 1 point, so the lead goes out to 14 points. Good play by Tony Cook there, Jason Duck.
Great burst of speed there from Cookie, yes, Neil, and nearly got cleaned up and sent to hospital in the process.
Well, we just wait now for Simon Britt to bring the footy back into play. 14 points of difference. It's Beaufort 3-3, Dunnstown 1-1.
23 minutes into this first quarter, and Simon Britt with the ball under extreme pressure out of the town. They wouldn't have expected this in this first quarter. Funny old kick from Simon Britt, and that has the result. It falls right into the arms of Glenn Drew. He goes short out to half forward, a little indirect, but nonetheless effective, as it's been driven towards goal there by, let's see who that was. I think it was Batters, and it's a very effective kick. It's gone straight through the middle here at Learmonth. Get up, Doug, get up!
Ball's on centre half back, and we'll just wait for Sean Birch to have a kick, as umpire Quinlan is directing traffic now as Birch kicks towards centre wing. Up they'll go. Batters nearly took a good mark in front of Dummett, but he allowed his teammate that time in Lynch to come in and get the kick. His kick is a poor one, and there's Chrissy Peters, the ex-cooker, to take the mark. So it's Peters now, kicks towards half-forward flank. Up they'll go. Who can take the mark? No one. Ball spills clear. In the van that time, with a good hand pass coming out, will be the player that time in white, was it? And Simpson. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
As a throw in right in front of the broadcast position centre wing. It's in the back to Doherty. An obvious free kick there against Mark White. And the Doc will relieve the pressure for Beaufort. Runs in towards the centre, looking into the centre. Funny old kick off the boot. Looks Parker should have marked that one, didn't do so. The loose ball comes there to, let's see, Anthony Walsh. And he drives it up towards the centre half forward position. Running into space there is Sean Dummett, the coach. And he's taken an easy mark. And, well, he looks as though he's beaten a poleaxe, but I think it might be a bit of an act there.
I think so.
Yes, he's looking for 50 metres. But umpire Neil Quinlan's a bit wise to that one, Sean. And he's got the mark. He'll shoot from 30 metres out and should have no trouble at all making the distance. Only a question of accuracy, Jason.
No worries with the accuracy. He needs this to steady Dunnstown. They've been not playing direct enough for mine, and this will steady them.
Okay, Sean Dummett, a vital kick from the captain coach of the Towners as he moves in very deliberate on that left foot. It's a nice kick off the boot, and I would say that is home for all money. It is goal to Dunnstown.
At the MCG, Essendon lead 3-3, 21 to Richmond, 1 goal.
As the ball ends up on the half-back line, and the Possession has been gained by Mark Simpson, who kicks towards centre wing. There is a good mark, a very solid mark by Simon Atkins. Simon Atkins now with a wobbly old punt kick, looks towards Doherty, but he can't take the mark. Ball spills clear. Parker's in the van. He tries to stage up a free kick, and a couple of old cookers are just having a little bit of a push and shove between Chris Peters and Chris Parker. Umpire Neil Quinlan having none of that. 8 points of difference here at Learmonth. 27 3/4 minutes. Tap down goes towards Peters. Parker runs on it for the Crows. Kicks towards, in fact, that was a poor kick. Looked over here towards Broadbent, couldn't take it. And finally a good mark has been taken by Brett. Brett now transfers from the footy out towards centre wing. Over the top was O'Brien over Batters, and he's taken a very good mark centre wing on the grandstand side. 8 points of difference in favour of Beaufort.
Michael McBain drives it up towards looking for Mike White. He runs under the ball. Not good play by White. It puts his side under pressure. Sean Lynch gathers the loose ball. He's been active on the half-forward line. A beautifully weighted kick lands right into the arms of Matthew Frank. And he's, they were a little indirect. He's looking for O'Brien. It's not too far for him. And unfortunately for the Crows, out of bounds in the forward pocket. And it's 28.5 minutes into this first quarter. And it's Beaufort 4-3-27, leading Dunnstown 2-1-13. As back into play she comes. Over the back there, a little bit of fancy work trying to get out of trouble is the Beaufort player, and he's been deemed, that was, let's see, it was Frank holding the ball against him. He had plenty of time to get rid of the ball, and the resultant free kick has gone to Dunnstown, and that's been taken by Sharp. Transfers play across the ground to the half-back flank, and that's a good option because it's found Simon Britt. He drives it up towards looking for Sean Dummett. A beautiful turn on the handball is a good one across there to Colin Vilney, but he fumbles the marbles. It's all close to the boundary line. Dummett comes back into play. A lovely weighted handball across to Vilney. He doesn't fumble this time. Drives in towards full forward, but in the way is Sean Birch. And a nice little chest mark, beautifully judged, is Sean Birch. And he's played a great game in this first quarter, Neil.
So it's Birch relieving the pressure from the back line. Goes to the outer side. Up they'll go. Who can take the mark? Oh, good mark has been taken by Sean Dummett as he rose over the top of the all and sundry and has dragged down a very good mark. Now this guy needs to play on fairly quickly. We're running out of time. The lead's on that time from Darren Britt, and Britty's taken a good mark. So it's Yapper with the footy, and he would find himself about 25 metres out from goal. Now with Golden Point, he's kicked plenty of goals from very tight angles. Had a bit of a gallop down there with Collingwood, as in comes Britt. He kicks towards goal, and I think he's banged it through. He has. So there's a goal to Dunnstown.
Back in the centre, it's Dunnstown have just dragged that lead back to 8 points from the Crows. Up it goes. White is favoured by the bounce and comes down from his tap down. Chris Peters, he gets the ball. That's right. Gets the ball out to Richard Frank. He's tackled fiercely. The loose ball is overrun there by Chrissy Orchard. Play on calls umpire and player as the ball comes in towards centre half forward, and Ross O'Brien leading very, very purposefully in this first quarter has taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 50 metres, Jason.
Playing very well is Ross O'Brien. That's about 4 marks he's taken.
Got a great kick, got a lot of distance, not quite straight. Over the back there was stumped clear, and out of bounds calls the umpire right next to the behind post, as that saute forward didn't result in what the Beaufort side would have liked, and it's out of bounds. So it's back into play. O'Brien contests a ruck with Sharp. No one can get the loose ball. It's under pressure here as the Dunnstown Chrissy Peters using a bit of strength gets that leading kick out towards Michael McBain. He's got control of the ball, looks upfield for options. There's a few. Scotty Henderson runs onto it, and almost Damien Wood as well. Woody used a lot of pace to get to the ball with Scott Henderson. They couldn't drag the mark in, and their momentum forced the ball out of bounds. Centre wing position, 32 minutes into this first quarter.
But what a quarter it's been as the ball comes hurtling back in. Over the top was good pass there by Doherty. Tries to get it across towards Parker. Can't take it. In there was Leonard, but the ball spilled clear. Taken away there by Johnny Murphy. But Peters is in the way. He'll transfer the footy towards the centre of the ground as there goes the siren for the end of the first first quarter. 8 points of difference here at the Central Highlands, and what a game it's been here to start it off. The second quarter of the 1995 Central Highlands footy. The ball's aloft, up they go. Doherty gets a tap down, spilled clear, but taken away there for the Towners by Orchard. Kicks it towards centre half forward, where it's been marked there by Darren Brett. So it's Yappa Brett with a long kick now. Sets sail towards goal. Making good position there was Leach, but the ball comes off the hands of the pack, and I think it's through for 1 point. Is that the way it's going to be called? Yes, it is. Jason, good start again.
That's the type of footy I like to see, direct and long kicking, straight at goal.
So the ball about to be brought back into play. Gee, it's been a pretty good game. Not good skills-wise, but nevertheless, the ball's out towards the centre. No one can take the mark. Dummett tries to burst his way through. Finally he does. Well played, Sean Dummett, coach of Dunnstown. Sees the lead there from Brett, who takes a very strong mark, dodges and weaves around. He goes for his teammate that time in Learmonth. Can't take it. In the van there was Griffiths. Gives a hand pass across, and a goal to Wood, is it?
Yep.
Has put the old town alight. 3 points of difference.
Good goal there by Damien Wood. About 10 metres out, slammed it straight on, and through she went.
1.5 minutes into this second quarter, umpire Greg Plyer about to restart play. Up it goes Doherty, again gets a knockdown. It's thumped forward again, comes back to Mark White, and he uses a bit of pace for a big fellow onto the left foot and delivers quite well out towards Griffiths. He was hassled very well by Johnny Murphy, couldn't take the mark, and off the ground it goes and out of bounds. Half forward flank for Dunnstown on the broadcast or members stand side here of the Learmonth Oval. And 1 point the difference in what's going to be a nip and tuck affair. Doherty over the back to Sean Lynch was beautiful ruck play. Out towards centre wing, the kick comes. Onto the ball there really was, and rode the bump beautifully, was Ross O'Brien. Spins around on the left foot. Dummett almost took a good mark. Simon Britt bursting his way through. Was stripped, says umpire Neil Quinlan. And Simon Britt will take the free kick. Half-back flank, just short of centre wing for the Dunnstown. And umpire Neil Quinlan, I don't know, he thinks he's got a theodolite out there, Quinner. He's making him kick over the mark. There's a short kick. Loose players there is, let's see, it is Colin Bilney. He gets it by hand across to Colin Sharp. Sharp drives it up towards half forward, punched away. The loose ball was picked up by Orchard. Drives it up towards full forward. Murphy in the van there for can't take the loose ball. The quick kick off the ground is running towards the goal square. It's bouncing and bouncing. They're running to the ball there, and that was Paul Wilson. Couldn't quite get there in time to sock it off the ground for a goal, and it's run through for a rush point. So scores dead level here at the 3-minute mark. It's 4-3 apiece.
Well, I think that Dunnstown have really just stepped up a notch now as the ball comes out towards the centre wing. Batters makes good position, but good use of the body there by Woods. Allows the ball to spill clear. Back it comes towards Batters. Clean pair of heels. A hand pass comes across to Frank, who kicks the ball. Up they'll go. Good use of the body there by the Dunnstown player in Adams. Sees the ball spill clear. Leonard runs onto it beautifully. 50 out from the Beaufort goals. Should have let fly with a long one. In there was Murphy. Timmy Murphy tries to hand pass it out. Can't do so. Orchie's in there. But the umpire has signalled that a free kick will go to Leonard, and he'll take the free kick. So it's Leonard at centre half back with the footy. He looks for the options now. He looks to go out towards centre wing on the outer side. Up they'll go. Who can take the mark? Nearly a good mark. Has it been paid or not? No, it hasn't. Ball spills clear towards McBain. McBain's kick has been marked half forward flank there by Henderson. So it's Henderson on a half forward flank. Plays on quickly. Lead by McBain. So it's Mickey McBain with the footy, and he would find himself around about 40 out from goal and should be able to kick this one, Ducky.
Yeah, I don't know about the distance, might test him a bit, Neil.
He'll kick it through, post high.
Okay.
Well, I hope he does.
Bit of a difference there in opinions as we wait for McBain to come in and kick for goal. He's kicking towards the Ballarat end of the ground. As in he comes ever so sure, kicks the footy. Nice kick off the boot. Won't be post high, but it is high. And it's the Town by 6. What a game.
Back in the centre, Neil Quinlan about to restart play. Dunnstown have got their noses in front. Knocked out by White. Onto the ball is Chrissy Parker. He's trying to get clear. He does. Bursts through to the centre. Handballs across there, and the loose ball comes to Matthew Frank. He drives it up towards full forward. Over the back of the pack, almost a Beaufort mark. Thumped away at the last minute by the Beaufort defenders, and run over the line and out of bounds there by, let's see, that was Stephen Adams, who's played a serviceable game for the town. Out of bounds, 20 metres around on the broadcast side, and Beaufort into attack for the first real time in this quarter. As over the back, it's the loose ball picked up by Batters. He has a flying shot towards the goals, but out of bounds on the full. He was just bumped as he kicked that ball, and they put him off balance. Out of bounds on the full. So Dunnstown to relieve the pressure, nearly just on.
As we wait for the footy to come back into play, deft little pass there, looks for Leonard. He'll go high, but knocked away there by Batters. Running onto the football for the Beaufort player is Drew. Kicks the footy, but that's an errant kick. That's terrible, that.
Yeah, handballed across to Sean Lynch. You can't see for the tally, and Lynchy kicked it straight out of bounds.
That was a poor kick, that one, but allows the town to get away with that, and it's Britt with the footy, so the Cheeky has it, and will kick towards half-back flank. Up they'll go. Dummett was in the van, but over the top was Doherty, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Good play there by Chris Peters, the ex-Cooker, sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. So we wait for the footy to be tossed back into play. It is high ball up they'll go. Doherty gets a long thump. This time it's Murphy, tries to run onto it, but also Sean Lynch, but the ball over the line and out of bounds again. So we just wait for the umpire again to throw the footy back into play. Does so. Over the top again was the Beaufort player, beg your pardon, Sharp from Dunnstown, and he sees it over the line and out of bounds again.
Out of bounds, 7.25 minutes into the second quarter, and it's Dunnstown got their noses in front. 5-3-33 to Beaufort, 4-3-27. As back in comes again, it's been knocked away into the path there of Bilney. He gets it loose, but the pace of Tony Cook is prevalent. Beautiful handball to Batters. He gets set, drives it, centres the ball towards full forward. Up they go, and it's a beautiful mark has been taken there by Damien Gillingham, and they've got some good focal points up forward, Jason.
That was a top mark, that.
Very, very strong mark there.
Very strong, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
And this could be a problem here for Dunnstown if they're not careful, because these Beaufort forwards have got some good hands. 10 metres out, goes bang, and that is a goal to Beaufort.
That was great football, and very strong is Damien Gillingham.
The boys are having a bit of a yarn to each other out there after Gillingham.
Well, the ball's back with Neil Quinlan in the centre of the ground, and he's just waiting to come in and bounce the footy. Waited for Alan Steinman beautifully. 9 minutes down as Parker gets the tap down. Tried to run onto it there was Cook, couldn't do so. Spills clear. Now who can run onto it the best? It's taken away there by Wilson for the Towners. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Now we're going to take the mark. Spills clear. Sean Birch tries to run with it for the Crows. Couldn't do so, but he was good enough to be able to slip it out towards Aitken. Oh, that's another kick that goes towards the boundary line to touch, and we'll wait for the boundary umpire to throw it back into play.
Adrian Irvin.
Yes, a great boundary umpire to the lad. In the back perhaps with the Crows, but spilled clear towards Frank. Well done as he unloaded a hand pass. The kick comes towards Batters. Should have been two hands. Britt comes racing through. Does so towards Dummett. Couldn't get rid of it. Bilney met solidly. The player in Leonard is allowed to give the nice kick in, and he allowed a little bit of advantage. Taken there by Bilney. Gets it across there towards centre half forward. Brett was in the way. but a free kick will go Beaufort's way, and it'll be taken by Simon Atkin. Simon Atkin kicks towards centre of the ground. Oh, that was terrible. Orchie couldn't believe his luck there as he give a hand pass across towards Dummett. Dummett's kick looks for White, can't take the mark. Running onto it will be the Towners, this time through Wood. Skews the ball back, up they'll go. No one can take the mark. Spills clear. Big pack forms. Coming out to it beautifully are the Crows. Hand pass out twice, and away they go through. Frank looks over here towards Drew. Drew takes it on the run, kicks a high bomb up. Now who can take the mark? O'Brien's there. Oh, beautiful play. Allows Broadbent to kick towards goal. Is he sausage rolled? No, he hasn't. Just offline it is. So 1 point the difference. Great play.
Great play, fantastic play. Brought it straight down, and bad luck for Beaufort, just 1 point.
Beautiful running football there from the back line, and we just wait now for Simon Britt to bring the ball back into play for Dunnstown, and it's Beaufort 5-4 leading the Towners 5-3. We've played nearly just on 11 minutes into the second quarter, and it is tight, as every grand final should be. The two best sides in the Central Highlands. As Britt goes short, looking for McBain, the ball's going to beat all and sundry before it's touched, so it's a free kick to Beaufort to be taken by Ross O'Brien. And short kick, they all fell over. It was quite funny, and the ball just dribbled out of bounds. He goes short to Sean Lynch. Sean Lynch has got a bomb from about 50 metres. It's short. Up they go. Nearly a good mark to Dunnstown in front. Play on calls the umpire. It spills over the line off the hands of Johnny Lund, and it'll be thrown in about 10 metres around. 11 and a half minutes into this second quarter.
Yes, as the ball comes hurtling back in. Good tap down that time by Sharp, but the ball spills Beaufort's way. No one can take it. Orchie met very solidly to the head. It was spilt clear, taken by Leonard. Leonard with a long hand pass across to McBain. McBain plays on beautifully, sees the lead from Learmonth, tapped away from him. Loaders in the van for the Crows, but he can't pick it up. Scrambly old play it is. Hip and shoulder there by White. Ball spills clear again. Who can pick it up? It comes the Towners' way. This time it's through. Who was that? That looked very much like Wilson. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Good play there by Cook, but it allows, can't pick it up. Spills clear towards Birch. Birch sees the lead on centre half back there from Batters. Plays on quickly. Neat pass will find teammate this time in Drew. Drew hand passes it across there to Parker. Parker back towards Batters. Batters sees the lead from his big teammate who came streaming out, and that's great play there by Peter the Doc Doherty. Good play.
Brilliant running football there from Batters, Neil.
It certainly was, wasn't it? Because he went from half back to the attacking side of the centre to get the hand pass. Good play. Good play all round by the Crows. And it's the Crow zone here as in comes the Doc. Peter Doherty kicks towards goal. Oh, it's a shocker. It weighs back in, but it was not enough. So it's the Crows by 2 points. Wasted opportunity. Wasted opportunity.
Wasted only 15 metres out. Should have put that one straight through the centre.
Okay, we wait for the big fella, Chrissy Peters, Fatty as they call him, and I should talk sitting here in the van. It's listing badly when I lean forward. As Chrissy Peters about to drive the Beaufort Crows out, and it's a beautiful kick, almost to the centre of the ground. Lovely kick from Peters, stumped away by Batters, pushed further afield by Loader, across to the big fella Duck. He gets it to Broadbent by hand further to Matthew Frank. Oh, he's kicked a goal! Oh, magnificent goal by Matthew Frank, running away from goal. He's dobbed it.
Well, the ball's been bounced there by Greg Plyer, thumped away there in the direction of the Beaufort Crows, bursting his way through beautifully as O'Brien sets sail towards the forward line. Nearly a mark there to Gillingham, bounced off him. In goes Adams for the Towners, kicks out towards centre wing. Nearly should have been a mark to McBain, couldn't do so. Good harassment there by the Crows. Allows Loader to come in, kick a deft little pass there, and it's been marked there by Richard Frank. Plays on quickly. Leaders on there from Broadbent. Up they go. No one can take the mark. Spilled clear towards the Crows. Errant kick, and there's a goal! Yes, it is! The Duck's got a goal! And that's great play there, Ducky.
Great football again by Beaufort. Fantastic. Doc just stood there in the goal square, took the mark on his chest, spun around on the right foot and bang, straight through the big sticks.
Gee, what football that is. This is final football, Central Highlands style.
This is why we love it, Neil.
That's exactly right. Beaufort a 7-5, 47, Dunnstown 5-3. 33, and we've been playing for 15 and a half minutes in this second quarter. The town looked as though they were going to run on with it. The Crows are back in there, 14 points of difference there, Phil Hoey.
Yes, a couple of beautiful passages of play in the second quarter. Back in the centre, Quinlan knocks, bounces the ball, Doherty, beautiful to down to Chris Parker. They're getting it out of the middle beautifully, and it's a lovely weighted kick. And Broadbent just nudged his opponent out of the way.
An AFL nudge.
An AFL nudge, just leaned back into those big hands of his, and Michael Broadbent has taken the mark well within scoring distance. He'll kick from about 40, and if he aims to the right-hand goalpost, he should just about score another one. He's aimed centre, and it's gone to the left for a point. He didn't listen to me, the boy, but it doesn't matter. It's a point to Beaufort.
Kelly Bevan, MCG score.
Essendon 6-4-40, Richmond 4-3-27. Mercury's been reported there.
That's no good for the Dons as we wait for the ball to come back into play again. 15 points of difference here at the Learmonth ground in favour of the Crows. The lovely kick out, nearly a high flyer there to Doherty, but taken there by Parker. What a lovely pass. Spills clear, taken by Frank. Can this bloke thread him through? Crane in his neck back with the umpire, and there goes another sausage roll.
Bad mistake there by Orchie, dropping that mark.
Should have been taken, shouldn't it?
Certainly should have, and cost them dearly with a goal.
Well, 21 points difference and 17 minutes down into this second quarter, and it looks all home and hose for the Crows, but you can never write the town off.
Wouldn't say that, Neil.
21 points of difference, and the scores are Beaufort 8-6, Dunnstown 5-3, as umpire Greg Plyer prepares himself to come in and bounce the footy. Does so beautifully. Not a high one, but it's Broadbent who gets a tap down, taken by the Crows. Dummett tries to give a hand pass out to Bill, and he can't do so. Spill clear. Well played there by Sean Lynch. Gets it out to his teammate. Kick off the ground there, goes towards the centre wing. Where running onto it was the Beaufort player that time, beg your pardon, Walsh it was, for the Towners. Ball's over the line and out of bounds. And gee, what a game we have.
Yeah, this is a great quarter of footy so far. Let's hope it keeps going. 18 minutes in. Centre wing position, it's thrown back into play. Scotty Henderson on the ball, trying to lift the Towners. He's bundled out of the way. Loose ball comes out to McBain. He's running, he's lost about 30 metres, Michael, but he gets a nice kick around. It goes up towards half forward, thumped away there by the Beaufort defenders. It's pretty rough and rugged in there, and umpire Neil Quinlan has plucked a free kick out, and it will go to the Beaufort, and that was Simpson. He drives it up towards almost half forward flank. Parker gets off the hands of the pack, roving beautifully, spins on a sixpence or a 5-cent piece and drives it in short to, let's see, that is Simon Aitken. And Aitken has the mark too far out, 60 metres out. He centres the ball, looks for the high flyers, and why not? They've been very well serviced by that area before. But the Dunnstown defender standing firm as Adams comes through. Drives the ball out to a lead out towards centre wing by Learmonth. He's got 2-on-1, but he's good enough to beat them. Should do something constructive, Learmonth. Goes into the centre, but plays a shocking kick.
Time and time again.
Straight into the hands of Parker. He doesn't kick all that much better, but there's 3-on-0 out there for Beaufort's way. So Aitken takes the loose ball, drives it up towards full forward, looking for Broadbent. Thumped away from him. The loose ball to Simon Britt. By hand across to Sharp. And Sharp relieves the pressure momentarily out towards half back. Almost a good mark to Aitken. Play on calls the umpire as McBain working hard there. No, it was Orchard. Drives it out towards centre wing. No mark is being taken there. And umpire Quinlan, I think, will ball it up. He will. Centre wing position, 19 and a half minutes into the second quarter. It's the Crows, Beaufort by 21 points.
Yes, and great players. Umpire Quinlan prepares to bounce the ball, does. Up they'll go. Knocked away there by the town. But the Beaufort little Crows are there. All and sundry are in there. That looks like Cookie with a footy. And he is an ex-Cooker came up through the juniors. So just wait for Tony Cook. Good footballer, the lad. Went out and had a coaching stint at Creswick as he prepares himself now to kick the footy. Long bomb kick as he looks up here for Gillingham. Used the body well, nearly dragged it in. Couldn't be taken. He fights on gallantly there. Orchard's in there, ball bottled up, and we're going to have a bounce down.
What about that kick by Cookie, Neil?
Wasn't bad for a Cuckoo lad, was it?
What a ball burster.
Yeah, as if we wait now for the little bloke to come in and bounce it. Greg Plyer, beautiful, the dunny diver puts it in. The ball goes up, taken there by Brett. Too high was the call, and good umpiring.
A bit lucky though, he's in
Ducked
trouble.
into it a bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
He's still got it though.
Umpire duck.
As Brett now brings the ball out towards half-back flank, cleared the pack. Leonard prepares to run on. That's not it. Learmonth prepares. Gee, showed a bit of class. Little push into the back, but he allowed the player to play on. Long hand pass will find Wilson. Wilson will kick towards Henderson. Should have taken the mark, didn't. But he fed the hand pass out. He looked towards Wood, but the boundary umpire said it's over the line. And we've just had a change there in the Old Town.
Scotty Henderson thought it was a basketball, the ex-miner, Neil.
Yes, I think he did actually. So it's Billy off. Let's take the run again there, fabulous Phil.
Back into play, she comes from the boundary umpire. It's the big fellow, Doherty in the ruck. A lovely knockout out the back there to his rover Murphy, and he drives into the centre, and Batters, who's been a good player for the Crows, has taken the mark. He goes out wide, looking for Sean Lynch on the burst. Almost took a good mark. Butters up very nicely, Lynchy. Goes in after the ball again, helped out by Simon Aitken. He kicks it off the ground and follows up. He's going to be caught, but breaks a tackle. But unfortunately for Beaufort, he broke the tackle and broke the boundary line as well with the ball, and consequently that'll be a throw in. 50 metres around from the Crows' goal on the lake side, as back in she comes. We've played 22 minutes into this second quarter, and the loose ball picked up by Wood. A little bit of fancy footwork, takes a bounce. Good handball, constructive play out there to McBain. He drives it up towards the wing. Off the ground, it's been kicked back 30 metres. Running onto the ball is Orchard. He gets it across by hand across to, that's McBain again. Wood, I think it was, drives it up towards half forward. Up they go, no one can take the mark. It's tough and rugged there as a big high tackle has been placed on the Dunnstown player, and he will get the free kick. As that is Wilson. Wilson goes short, looking for Leonard, who's been drifted down. He can't take the ball, but a bit of finesse there by the Dunnstown player. Gets it across to Dummett. He drives it up towards full forward, and a glorious mark, beautifully judged mark, has been taken by Darren Britt. But Bill Quinlan said he got into his back. That little nudge was illegal, and a free kick to Beaufort.
Well, that was a little bit unlucky that time, but Quinn is there. Is he going to give a 50-metre kick or not?
No.
No, he's not. The ball comes out to the members' side of the ground, looks towards Batters, rises to the occasion, can't drag it in. He's good on the ground, though, this kid. Taps the ball out in front of him, lost the run of it towards Peters, gives a hand pass across towards Wood. Wood directs the pass. A lovely little pass it was, and it's been taken by Leonard. So it's Leonard at centre half forward for the Town, and he will kick towards goal. He's not going to, he directs the play out a little bit. Should have perhaps went a bit more direct, but he saw his coach, Sean Dummett, come streaming out, and he's taken the mark, say 45, maybe out from goal. So
Very wide angle, Neil.
yes.
But he's a left footer.
So Rocky Dummett will come in, the captain coach, the victorious one last year when the Old Town went through undefeated. This year, can they do it again? They've been beaten once. In he comes the Rocky one. Left foot kick towards goal. The umpire cranes back. I think he's kicked it. Yes, he has. Well done.
Good goal there, Neil, yes. I thought the distance might have tested him a bit, but no. Fantastic kick. And it just steadies Dunnstown down again. But they've got to score a couple, I think, before half-time to stay right in it.
It's just reined them in a little bit. Beaufort kicked 3 unanswered goals, and we're almost into lemon time here, red time, as back in the centre, Greg Plyer. Up it goes. Nice knockout by Scotty Henderson, who's got a basketballer's leap. Being sharked by Tony Cook. Drives it up towards half-back with Simon Britt. Tower of strength, has taken a strong relieving mark. I wish his kicking was a little better. He was looking over the top there for, let's see, that who's number 12?
I don't know.
Goodness me, they snuck that in, Oz. Anyway, the loose ball's come to Wilson. Stephen Sash, as Wilson's had 4 bounces. He runs to half forward. much today as it comes in towards full forward. Dummett there using a bit of strength in the back, I thought, from about 500 metres away, and Greg Plyer's closer than I am, and it's dribbled over the line out of bounds. Forward pocket for Dunnstown, 20 metres around. There's a trail by 15.
Kelly Bevan, MCG.
Dunnstown by 5 goals there, 9-4-58. Richmond 4-4-28.
Ball comes hurtling back in the lead of the race is Timmy Murphy. He can't quite trap it. The Town are in there. Ball spills out towards McBain, who picks it up on the attacking side of centre wing, drives it towards goal. No one for the Town can take it. Taken away there by the Crows. Long kick up here. Looks towards Murphy, was it? Play on is a call. Ball spills clear. Taken away there by McBain, but
Free kick, holding.
a mark will go to Richard Frank.
Free kick, Earl, for Beaufort.
Free kick, is
Holding,
it?
yes.
Yes, good picked up there, Ducky. Easy see why you're a great umpire. As the ball comes in towards Parker, who marks virtually in the centre of the ground. He'll play it on quickly. Thumping kick. Looks up here towards Broadbent. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Roving it beautifully will be Sean Lynch, who sees a lovely little pass. Gee, that was a great pass. Saw the lead from batters, and who had drifted down from the wing, and he's taken the mark. So he'll kick from, say, 50 out from goal, I'd say, in the final analysis there. As in he comes now, kicks towards goal.
Nice kick.
The umpire moves ever so slightly. That's a sausage room. 7 minutes down, second quarter. Players can have a well-earned rest very soon. We'll have scores from Alan Steinman down there in the Western Plains as the ball's been bounced. Up they go. Oh, they're taken by the Town, this one. As a kick comes from Brett. Brett can't quite drag it in. Kick down towards centre half forward. Who takes it? That's taken away by Scotty Henderson. Well played by the Town. Gets it across towards Peters. Peters sees the lead there to Learmonth. Learmonth takes his time. Well done, because he saw he was cleared, and the score is back to 15 points the difference.
And wonderful conditions as well, Neil. Ideal day for footy.
Certainly is, isn't it?
And this is a real true grit. A true grit, as John Wayne would say, grand final.
Fantastic.
And 15 points of difference. It's good, tough footy. Nothing spiteful, just hard at the ball. As back in the centre, Greg Plyer prepares to restart play. 28 minutes into the second quarter, and it's Beaufort by 15 points. Up they go. Scotty Henderson in the ruck with the basketballer's leg, gets a tap down. Birch was held. I thought a free kick to Dunnstown, but the umpire disagrees, and there's stacks on the mill, and umpire Quinlan will restart play as the second quarter is almost over, 28 and a half minutes. It's Beaufort by 15 points, and Neil Quinlan starts play again, almost centre, as O'Brien gets a tap down. It's been taken brilliantly there by, let's see, that was Lynch. He gets a quick kick to Frank. Frank drives it up towards the half-forward line, using his body well. That was Sean Lynch. He must be pretty quick. The loose ball comes to Anthony Cook. He fires at the goals, and I think he might have scored. He has. That is a goal to Beaufort.
He's ugly, but his shoes are quite good there at the Dubden Sports Shoes. As umpire Greg Plyer bounces the footy again. Oh, no one got the real knockout, but the ball has been rode beautifully there by Frank. Gets it out towards Richard Frank. Oh, tough and rough player as the ball spills clear. Chris Peters is there. He can't pick it up. In there also was Murphy. Ball spills clear again. Oh, running onto it will be the good old Crows, but they can't quite pick it up. There, finally, it's been picked up there for the Crows. The ball spills clear. Out it comes by hand. Gee, they're mucking around it. Murphy lost the run of it. Bretty gets it out finally. Hand pass comes out towards Orchie. Orchie, you're in the van. Bit of quick speed. He's been told to play it. Play on's a call. Allows it to run away towards Brett. Brett now with a long kick towards half forward. Over the top it was the Crows. Bursting his way through will be Thompson. Thompson towards centre half forward. Kick will go downfield for an indiscretion there, and it'll be taken by White. So it's White at centre half forward. Sees the lead this time from Leach. Leach is doing a lot of use with the body. Ball, no one can take it. Spills clear. Who will it go towards Parker? Parker with a hand pass back. Crows are in attack through Birch this time. Out towards centre wing. Now if the ball will only bounce kindly. Good use of the body there by Frank. Allows Gillingham to run onto it and get a good kick in. And it's been marked by Lynch. Lynch sees the lead back in there at centre half forward by Murphy. Murphy kicks it out Loose ball towards Frank. Can't take the mark. Running onto the Town. This time it's through Adams. Adams on the hand pass out towards his teammate. Spills clear again towards the Town. Town in the centre of the ground. Looks towards White. But Scott Henderson couldn't take the mark. Spilled clear. Runs onto it. Takes one bounce. Then tries to feed a hand pass out. Does successfully. Taken by Brett. Brett will kick towards goal, but it doesn't score. It missed all of the woodwork. Terrible kick. So the ball out into play again. Moorfield takes the mark, half-back flank, puts the long kick in, looks for Parker, 2-1, and he beat him. Gee, that was a strong mark, Ducky.
Play it on, come on.
Took two of them on.
As he does that, over towards Matthew Frank. He should tap it over his brother Richard, but he goes it alone. Good play on to Sean Lynch, which is intelligent football, and Lynchy used, oh, gee, if that was a pie, would it all over Broadbent's face. Lynch gave it to on a plate, and he missed it, mulled it. As Lynch is back in again, but off the ground, the Town defenders get it out to the 50-metre line. Richard Frank is besieged. His brother Matthew comes in to help. He's held without the ball. Play on, calls the umpire. He's tackled the game, but gets a handball across the batters. He's a good kick, this kid, and that is a great kick.
That's the goal.
Oh, magnificent kick by batters. That is a goal.
What a quarter from batters. He's had 8 kicks already and a hand pass.
Back in the centre, 33 minutes in, 27 points of difference to Beaufort. They're in front, and they're going forward again through Timmy Murphy. Beautiful kick to Broadbent, and excuse me, the mark's been paid. Got a bit excited there.
I excused you the first time I saw you.
Oh, I'm sure you did, mate. This is great stuff. It's a great quarter from Beaufort. They have just they've just exerted this influence on the game. And 27 points, and Broadbent kicking from no more than 35 metres out, directly in front. And barring any problem with accuracy, this lead should go out to 33 points. And it's 33, nearly 34 minutes into the second quarter. He's kicked, I think, poorly. He's missed that to the left, he has. And it's a 28-point lead nonetheless to Beaufort as they go on to 11-7, 73 to Dunnstown 7-3-45. So it's a 28-point difference, and boy, they've been besieged, the Town. Jason?
They certainly have. Should have kicked that goal though, Beaufort.
Well, we wait now for the Chikui Brett to bring the ball back in. The target is Woods, doesn't let him down. There goes the siren. So it's half-time here at the Learmonth ground. And, we've had a great quarter, great half, in fact. If we start to analyse the game, this has absolutely been brilliant. Jason Duck ready to start the play. He does so. And it's umpire equivalent to come in and bounce the footy. As in he comes, bounces the footy. Poor bounce, allows it to be taken by Broadbent. Feeds a hand pass out. Should have been taken there by Murphy. And he'll get the free kick to start the footy off. As he looks for the options now. Kicks it out towards centre wing. I don't know whether that's a good option, but in front though, taking a very good mark is Broadbent. So it's Broadbent with the footy. Plays it out towards half-forward flank. Who's going to take it? Over the top. Has been thumped away by the Towners. Running onto it was Britt, but he didn't get towards the footy. Sean Dummett's in there, and the umpire has picked out a free kick.
Holding the man.
And it'll go to the Town.
His half-back flank goes short to the centre, finds Wood. He kicks a high kick as he's under pressure, as he played on. No one in particular. It's been thumped forward by Loader for Beaufort into the hands there of Learmonth. He gets it short to McBain. He drives it up towards half forward, but too far for Dummett. And it's been marked there by, Drew. Glenn Drew drives it up towards centre wing. Tim Murphy is first towards the ball, but he can't drag it in before it goes across the line, and it's out of bounds. Centre wing position, and no addition to the score at half-time as we've played just over 1 minute into this third quarter.
As the ball breaks clear, Murphy, I beg your pardon, tries to break clear. He's been grabbed. Has he been given the free kick? Yes, I think he has. He's been given the free kick. Centre wing it is on the grandstand side. He looks now for the options up here. A lead comes from his teammate that time in Broadbent. Will he make it out there in front? Yes, he does. Good mark as he's on the attacking side of the centre. He'll go towards the Doctor the home. Up they'll go. No one can take it. Spills clear. Oh, it comes back towards O'Brien. He can't get the kick in. Spills clear. Taken there by Lynch. Lynch, a lovely, neat little pass. And that was glorious football. And I think it's Frank with the footy as he's just set him up there. Gee, that was good. Good footy. Is it Butler, is it? No, it's not. It's Frank. Yes, it is Frank. I was right in my call. It's in he comes. Kicks towards goal. Ah, that's the sausage roll. So it's 34 points of difference.
Yeah, good goal there by Frank, and Doc Doherty staying around the centre.
Back in the centre, Greg Plyer. It's knocked out by Doherty. It's chopped off there by Darren Britt. He forces the ball forward for the Town. Can't gain a clean possession. It's they're getting a bit desperate here for Dunnstown. They've just got to keep calm. But Stacks on the mill as they've just pushed that ball about 20 metres forward of the centre. And it is third quarter, the premiership quarter for Dunnstown, and they're already another goal further behind, so they've got to do something quickly. As it up goes Doherty, taps it out again. Drew tried to gain possession. It's finally loose ball, comes back to batters. Mark Simpson, I beg your pardon. He gets a quick kick across half back. Out there, it's Dunnstown have got the opportunity through Wilson. Wilson twisting and turning, goes short. That's intelligent, except if he had a kicked it better, it would have been even better again. As Tim Murphy's had about 4 or 5 kicks already, kicks it out wide towards Matthew Frank. He takes a mark, plays on quickly across there to Drew Moorfield. He takes the mark, plays on quickly up towards centre half forward. Broadbent was behind and thumped it away from the Dunnstown defender. The loose ball's been taken by Walsh. He gets it further afield there, and the mark has been taken there by, it looks like, Darren Britt. He drives it up towards centre wing, towards half forward. In the van there is, let's see, that's Walsh. His handball is smothered, not further afield by Drew. Across to Murphy is a real live wire in this third quarter. Delightful little kick up towards half forward. And that's been marked there by Sean Lynch. He plays it further afield there to Richard Frank. He's streaming in towards goal. Up they go. No one can take the mark off the hands of the pack. It's beautifully roved. And that's the Dunnstown player Walsh, and he runs it through for a rush behind to Beaufort, which takes them to 35-point margin. And we've played just on just over 4.5 minutes into this third quarter.
Scrambly start there, Jason.
Yes, they must start picking up here, Dunnstown, if they want to stay within reach of Beaufort. They must lift.
Okay, as the ball comes just about back, we're waiting for the full-back to bring the footy back in. Just check a score, Kelly Bevan.
Down the MCG, Essendon by 24, 9-6, 62, Richmond 5-6, 36.
As the ball's about to come back into play, the kick goes towards Wood. He takes the mark, half-back flank, skews the ball back, looks up here and has found Scotty Henderson. So it's Henderson, the miner, who has the ball. A little deft kick will find Bilney. Bilney fires a beautiful hand pass out, taken by Peter Lynch. Leach kicks the ball towards centre half forward, over the top, nearly a mark there, but it wasn't. Spilt clear towards Parker. Parker with a poor kick, sees the lead this time. Dodging and weaving was, oh, golly, gosh.
Silly free kick.
It is, what a, well.
Reported.
Chris
That was a
Parker
bad free kick.
on, is that young Cookie down?
I think it's Cook.
That's 2 to the head, and he deserves to be reported and sent off because that was foolish play in the centre of the ground as Chris Peters, the ex-Kookaburra, hits another Kookaburra and talked to by another Kookaburra.
You don't do that in grand final football. You can't be one man short at this stage.
And you're right there, Jason. And the free kick was there. Anybody could have seen it. It was as open as you want.
No, certainly was.
And the umpire, Greg Plyer, right on the scene as Tony Cook now in the centre of the ground will come in. Beautiful torpedo punt. Gee, that covered a lot of ground. Backing back, was taking a mark, but the call was play on. No, it wasn't. It will be brought back, and a mark will come, or a free kick will go to White. Is it White with the footy?
If it's a free kick, he's penalised Dunnstown.
Yes, could have perhaps played it on as we just wait for the player to come along now and kick towards centre half forward, taken there by Birch. Birch's kick goes out towards centre wing and it's been marked there.
As the lull in play, that looks like Richard Frank. He's got the ball almost centre wing for Beaufort on the lake side of the oval here at Learmonth, and the Beaufort Crows enjoying a 35-point margin. And they're just exerting a strong influence on this game. Over the back was Matthew Frank, couldn't take the mark. On the ground is Gillingham. He picks it up as a flying shot towards the goalpost, but unfortunately for the Crows, no score as it bounces over the line, so it's still an attack. Right.
As the footy comes in, trying to burst his way through that time was Frank. Gives it across to Brother, but he's besieged there, and the ball spills clear, and it's over the line and out of bounds. So it's around about 20 metres out as the ball comes hurtling back in. Clears the pack there. Leach tries to burst through. He's grabbed with the footy, and in fact, climbing up there is Leonard with it, and the umpire, Gregory Plyer, will come in and bounce the footy. Now he would be, say, 35 out from the Beaufort goals. As he comes in, bounces the footy, up they'll go. Who got the tap down? Perhaps it was Broadbent. Spills clear to the Towners. Poor kick out there. Allows McBain to run in. Parkers does a lot of tough work there. She does the bullocking work. McBain plays it on well. Kicked off the ground by the Towners. Spills clear only as far as the big fella. That time in the dock. He gives it across towards his little teammate in Birch. Lovely pass. Will find Leach. Lynch's pass is not so good though, and it's been cut off at the pass.
And it's Wood. He gets the ball clear, transfers play across towards McBain. He was up, I thought, interfered with. Play on calls the umpire. Beaufort have numbers at the ball here.
Punches
can't get clear, and a free kick has been pulled out of this to Beaufort, and it will go to the captain coach Chrissy Parker, and he will put his side into attack, and they'll be looking to score again as they drive in towards the forward pocket. We've got the footy men as well here. We've got some. Anyway, the loose ball comes out from the Dunnstown. The scrubby old kick doesn't get him far towards centre-half back. Batters gets the loose ball. A quick left foot kick. If it bounces for Matthew Frank, and it doesn't yet, they're in a real chance here. He picks it up. He's still got possession. A little banana kick in towards full forward. Play on calls the umpire. Gillingham runs onto the ball. He's still got it. He has a shot for goal. It's a bit of a circus here. He goes straight across, almost to mark the Lynch. Play on calls the umpire. So Batters again. Matthew Frank it was. He's got the loose ball. He's banged it through for another one to Beaufort.
Right, so that's a good goal that time to Beaufort, and Beaufort, they're just going surging ahead there, Jason.
Fantastic there. They went across the face of goal 3 times until Matty Frank finally found the centre and kicked a goal.
Couple of leading stats there, Tristan.
Murphy has 4 kicks and Matt Frank has 3.
On this quarter, great football as the umpire comes in and bounces the ball again. Up they go. It goes Dunnstown's way. Cook's in the way though. Tries to feed it out by hand. He does. Lovely hand pass running onto it. The Crows through this time is Birch. He sees the lead there from his teammate that time in Gillingham. Thumped away from him. The ball's over the line and out of bounds. So we'll have yet another throw in. So we just wait for the umpire to come in and to throw the footy back into play as he takes plenty of time, hurls it back in. Over the top as Parker gets the tap down in to Scotty Henderson. Lovely roving there by Sean Lynch. Lovely pass to match the roving, and it's O'Brien with the footy, and he would be, say, 25 out from goal. A little bit of a push and shove there by a couple of players, McBain and Gillingham. As in he comes, goes to goal, arms wide up, umpire cranes back, and it's 47 points of difference in favour of the Crows. The North Ballarat East game a couple of years ago when North Ballarat hadn't been beaten in 50-odd games, and of course North didn't know what to do once they'd been headed. This looks like it now.
That was a fantastic win by East that year in '93.
Back in the centre, Peter Doherty gets the knockdown, and he was interfered with in doing so, and the big fella will take the free kick and drive Beaufort into attack once again. This is relentless stuff from the Crows, and they're going to drive this advantage home if they can. Poor kick off the boot from Doherty, but luck's of fortune, it falls in favour of Beaufort. Loader paddles it further afield, and he's been taken high, and a free kick will be given to, and I think probably the right decision, as there wasn't a clear advantage there to Beaufort, so he pulled up play, and Ashley Loader will take a shot for goal.
I think he played for that a bit, Phil.
Well, he may well have, but he's got the desired result, the young fellow, and I think he's a bit far out to score from here, but he may be a better kick than I think, as he moves in very deliberate, and it's off to the right, won't even make the distance. Up they go, no one can take the mark. Dunnstown rush it through for a pointer onto the goalpost, one behind.
Half-back flank as it comes down towards centre half forward. Running onto it there was Bill. He couldn't take the ball with him, but the old town, the old Beaufort lads there through batters that time, gets the ball over the line and out of bounds, but bad luck for them, too far, and a free kick will go for over the line and out of bounds on the full. Town back into attack they are with a lovely kick. Looks up here for Dale Learmonth. Couldn't take the mark. Sean Dummett nearly took it. The mark will go Beaufort's way, and it's the big bloke, the Doc. Has it?
In the back, Bill.
Yes, in the back. So it's the Doc with it. Little pass now, out towards half-back flank. Mark has been taken there, and it's just hard to see who it is, actually. But anyway, the ball come back. Might be Murphy. Comes back towards Loader. Can't take it. Over his head to Batters. Batters, his kick is a poor one. Looks out here towards Richard Frank. Frank is tries to mark over his hands or out of his hands and over the line and out of bounds. So it's 48 points of difference here at the Lake Learmonth ground.
There's one name to remember for sports shoes in Ballarat, Dunnstown Sports Shoes. Stocking sports shoes from all the big names. Men's shoes, ladies' shoes and junior sports shoes. Dunnstown Sports Shoes, catering for all your sporting footwear needs. See Phil Hoey at Dunnstown Sports Shoes, 1 Dunnstown Street North, Ballarat. A 3BBB sponsor.
As the ball's back into play, it's been thumped further afield there by Chris Parker. It's getting a bit scrambly on that outer side here. No one can get a clear advantage. Bildy comes clean with the ball, but there's a little bit of a how do you do there at this stage.
This is what we don't want.
And I think Dunnstown are looking to maybe...
Why spoil a good game?
Spoil a good game here, and the old Collingwood ploy Neil, if you're behind, start a blue.
Oh, it's disgraceful.
They're coming from everywhere. Absolutely ridiculous. Get the ball out of there. Kick a couple of goals. As the ball comes out towards White, is it? White has the ball half forward, and that's sorted the boys out as one bounce. Should take another one. He does. He ducks around. Dropped the footy, did Adams, and he should have been given the free kick against him. He was. Well done. Mark Simpson has the footy. Come on, it should be 50 metres. If he doesn't give it back, it's got to be 50 metres. The umpire should have taken the initiative there, but he didn't, as the ball goes on with Simpson. Simpson's kick's a lovely one, and the mark has been taken there by O'Brien. O'Brien sees the lead this time from his teammate, this time Drew has sausage rolled it. And that's the end of the fight, and it's also 54 points of difference.
Ball is back from the equipment, and we're about to restart play. And for the Dunnstown supporters, it is not a good sign. 54 points down they are, and they're not looking like winners at this stage. As down she goes, poor bounce. Mark White, tongue-tied there, gets a knockdown straight into the arms of Moorfield. He's dispossessed. The ball comes out to the half-forward line for Dunnstown. Drew kicked the last goals there. The ball bounces nicely for Sean Dummett. By hand to Mark White. He's tackled strongly. Back to Dummett. He gets a quick kick in towards the full forward position. In the fan there was a big fella, Doherty. Put his body in nicely. Got a handball out to Batters. Lovely play from the big fella. Relieves the pressure for Beaufort out towards the half-back flank. The loose ball comes back to Colin Sharp, but unfortunately he was out of bounds when he kicked that ball, and it'll be either a free kick or a throw-in. It looks like a free kick. For what I know, no, not Neil.
No, I don't either, but it's there, and umpire Quinlan has given it. The kick comes in, looks up here towards Dummett, and I think Dummett's marked this one. So it's Sean Dummett with the footy, kicking from around about 45 metres out from goal. Left foot kick, sees the lead that time, and beautifully, and it's Darren Britt with the footy. And get back and kick it, Darren. That's the way you play the game. no good finessing at this time. You're 54 points down, and you need every moment of the time to kick a goal, a few more goals. We've played 19 minutes, so it's Dummett, beg your pardon, it's Yapper with the footy as in he comes, kicks towards goal. I think it's made it. I'll just wait for the umpire. Square legged he is. 2 guns go up, so it's back to 48 points here at Learmonth. Lucky, can they get back?
Oh, well, I want to kick about 4 goals straight away, Neil.
Okay, the ball's been bounced, trying to burst his way through was a little fella that time in Peter Leach, and he couldn't get through, but umpire Quinlan's going to relieve the pressure by bouncing the footy. Does so. It's Broadbent all by himself. He said thank you very much to that one as the ball spills clear. Orchie has it, tries to bounce it. He lost the run of it, and I think in the final analysis he did the right thing because he did kick it off the ground, and the umpire will throw it in. Sean Dummett is going cranky at him. Chris Peters makes his way to the interchange, and I think he'll be back on.
As the ball comes back into play, Doherty gets a tap down. It was the little fellow Griffiths at the base of the pack, and he was interfered with, and he's got the free kick for Dunnstown. He goes towards Dummett at centre half forward. He backs into Drew, thumped away by Drew's good play. Richard Frank almost picked up the loose ball. Off the ground is good football, gains some meterage for his side. Picks up Michael McBain. He gets the loose ball. Poor kick by McBain off the boot. Almost marked by Tony Cook. Picked up there by Doherty. A handball across to Tony Davidson. Davidson very direct and out towards... that's fairly symptomatic of what's happened with Dunnstown. The 2 players ran into each other and lost possession of the ball. It's allowed to play on, though, as it's back to Britt. He was held without it. Play on calls umpire Plyer. Simon Aitken finally emerges with the ball, drives it out towards half-back. All on his own out there is Loader. Loader gets a ball, a beautiful kick off the boot, and finds Timmy Britt, centre wing position. He drives it, Timmy Lynch I should say, drives it up towards centre half forward. He was held onto Broadbent, and umpire Quinlan has picked that, and in fact he may have been, is he giving a 50-metre penalty?
Blatant in the back.
Yes, in the back, and Broadbent, a long way out, 65 metres out, will drive it in towards full forward.
As the long booming kick comes, it won't make the 65 or whatever, but over the top it was. Nearly a mark to O'Brien. Ball spills clear, and is it through? No, it's not. It's going to be a bounce down there. So just Matty Frank, he's injured. We'll go to the MCG, Kelly Bevan.
Richmond have come back. They're leading by 1 point. Richmond 9-7-61, Essendon 9-6-60.
As the umpire prepares himself to come in and bounce the footy. He's facing the goals. He bounces it. Nearly at Beaufort. Have you got it through? Squeezed through. In fact, it is for 1 point. So it's 49 points the difference. Gee, Beaufort just won't let go, will they? They are really tenacious. Butler prepares to come back in. Ducky.
Matt Frank's gone off limping, and Robert Butler has come on to replace him.
As almost a great mark to McBain. He got the ride. He's quick on the ground. He butters up and gets the ball again. Drives it up towards centre wing looking for Learmonth. But in the way is Mark Simpson, and he takes a strong mark under pressure from Learmonth. And he'll relieve the pressure for Beaufort. Centre wing position. Drives it up towards half forward. Over the back there, strong mark I thought was taken and mispaid to Peter Leach. And he's marked half-back flank for Dunnstown. We've played 23 minutes into this third quarter, and it's Beaufort by 49 points as Leach drives the ball into the centre for Dunnstown. Thumped away from Drew, but in doing so, he interfered with Dummett. And that was probably there, a little bit soft, but it was there. And Sean Dummett will take the free kick. Dead centre of the ground here at Learmonth.
As Dummett now with the footy. His brother's team are not doing it, well, are doing better. As he gets a hand pass across to Peters. His brother's team, of course, being Carnham Linton. Ball's thumped away, grabbed too high, and taking the free kick will be Sean Birch. So it's Birch with the footy in the back pocket. He'll go right across play. That's foolish footy. Geez, put his teammate under pressure. Batters doesn't let him down, so it's Paul Batters with the footy. The ex-Ballarat player kicks towards Richard Frank. Can he take it on half-back flank? Does on the outer side. Off he goes running. Kicks it out towards centre wing. The Lynch can't take it. Thumped away from that player. And it goes over the line and out of bounds. So the score here at Learmonth is Beaufort 15-10, 100. Dunnstown 8-3, 51. 49 points of difference. As the ball's back into play, Frank got the tap down perhaps. Looks up here towards Broadbent. He uses the body well, but beats all and sundry in the final analysis over the line and out of bounds. So a throw in there at the 24.25 minutes. 49 points the difference in favour of the Beaufort Crows.
Back she comes, Broadbent doing the ruck work down towards Lynch. He couldn't take the ball. It's loose there. There's a big pack of players to converge on the footy, and umpire Quinlan says it's mine, boys. He'll bounce it about 35 metres out, half forward flank for the Beaufort Crows. They're in the ascendancy to the tune of 49 points here in this grand final, and almost 25 minutes in this third quarter as White gets a knockdown. It comes down to, let's see, that was Britt. He got a handball over, it got to no one in particular, as the Beaufort players in the van here, they can't pick it up, they're losing some ground. Trying to scoop it back inboard was intelligent play as it came back there to Banners. He broke the tackle, drove it in towards central forward over the back. There was no mark paid. Play on, calls umpire Quinlan. The loose ball comes out to Lynch. He gets a quick little kick in towards full forward. High there was Moorfield. He couldn't mark the ball. The Dunnstown under enormous pressure in this back line as it comes out to Griffiths, and he's doing a little bit of fancy footwork, and of course he wasn't tackled, so a scrubby old kick is exactly that, because it's landed in the arms of Batters, and he's covered some territory as Paul Batters. By hand across to Parker. He's under pressure. Poor handball. By hand across to O'Brien. That's good backing up footy. O'Brien goes towards goal. I think he might have scored. He has. Goal to O'Brien.
Street North, Ballarat, a 3BBB sponsor.
Lynch has 6 kicks and Murphy has 5. From Dunnstown, McBain has 6 kicks and Dummett with 5.
From out of the centre it comes Griffith's way with a good kick, but are in the way, taking a very good mark as Simon Atkins. He gets it out towards half-back flank. Could have been just about a mark to his teammate that time in Drew, but he couldn't take it, but he's good enough to be able to butter up and have yet another go. His kick goes towards centre wing, taken there by Atkins, gives it across there to Richard Frank. His kick is out towards centre wing. Way go the Town, but it's a poor kick. And to the delight of the Crows, it's over the line and out of bounds in any case. I thought it might have been on the pull, but it hasn't. It was out evidently before that affected as the ball is tossed in again. Frank gets a tap down, but in there is Wood. He tries to get it out, can't do so. Spilt clear again. Butler tries to burst his way through, can't do so. Gee, it's rough and tough stuff. Good use of the body, allows Peters to come out with a footy. Spills clear towards White. Lovely hand pass. Will go back towards Peters. Looks over here towards Britt, but it's thumped away from him. Batters is off and run and takes one bounce. Oh, stupid football by the Town, but the ball is left running there towards, who was that? That was O'Brien, but he lost the run of it. Comes clear towards the Town, kicks it out here towards Henderson. Good play there by, who was that? That was Davidson. He's I don't think he's been on, has he really?
Just come on the third quarter.
Yes.
Tony Davidson.
Yes, Tony Davidson. Got it out of bounds in any case. On those defensive side of centre wing, tossed in. Henderson got the tap down, spilt the beans, but running on towards Birch. Sees the lead down there from Batters, but it's a poor kick. Slipped over at the wrong time was Orchie, and that was a poor kick. And he wants to go on with it. Don't, just calm down. Just calm down. Silly football. Silly football. As we wait now for the ball to be brought back into play. It'll be by Danny Moorfield. So it's Danny Moorfield with the footy, centre wing, goes towards centre half forward. Parker's the target, up he'll go, can't take the mark. One player hurt there for Beaufort. Ball spills clear, trying to burst his way through was Cookie, but he's been given a free kick against him and a little bit of a ruffle up too, just to go on with it. So it's White with the footy.
White will relieve the pressure for Dunnstown. He transfers play across towards centre half forward, looking for Dummett. Off his hands has been sharked by Glenn Drew. He drives it out towards centre wing position. Out there all on his own is Robbie Butler on the ground for Beaufort. He couldn't take clean possession. It comes back to Britt. He drives it in towards the half-forward line, but didn't really look. And all on his own there is Ross O'Brien. He takes a strong mark, half-back. He's all over the ground is O'Brien. He drives it out towards centre wing, looking for the big fella Doherty. Couldn't mark it, ran underneath the ball. Butler was held without the footy, and he'll take the free kick just on the ground for the Beaufort side. His centre wing position, and if he looks to his right, he'll see that his team is 55 points to the better of the hot favourites Dunnstown, and they'll be quite satisfied today. He goes short. Doherty waited for that one and in-chipped Mark White and stole the mark for Dunnstown. He'll drive them back into attack, but again it's kick to kick as Simon Aitken, he takes the mark, and poor disposal again by Dunnstown.
As the ball goes towards centre wing, knowing to take the mark, thumped away beautifully. Who had the footy? That was taken away by Leonard. Leonard gets it to a teammate, looks over here towards Sean Dummett, bursts the way through the pack, tries to feed a hand pass towards Wood, can't take it, slapped away there by Richard Frank. Ball spills clear again. Number of players, including Loader, try to burst in there on the footy. Kelly Bevan will take another score from you.
No change there. Essendon, Richmond by 1 point. Richmond 9-7-61, Essendon 9-6-60.
As the ball's been bounced, trying to burst his way through as Peter Leach can't do so. Packed forms, and a free kick will go through Griffith. Will it be Griffith with the footy? Yes, it will. I wasn't quite sure whether he's going to end up with it. I thought he should have. So it's Griffith now, looks up here towards Scott Henderson. Couldn't take the mark. Kicked off the ground there by Drew. Drew gets it across to his teammate in Timmy Murphy. Plays on quickly. Sees the lead this time from Robert Butler. Butler kicks towards half-forward flank. Big bloke in Broadbent there. He can't pick it up though. Helped out beautifully by his teammate. Who'll swing around, will he? Yes, he will. That's Sean Lynch. Kicks towards goal, but it won't make the distance. Oh, in front with a good use of the body, dragging in a very, very good mark is Michael Broadbent. So 10 metres out, Ducky. He shouldn't miss this one.
No, won't miss this.
Great hands.
Oh yes, good use of it. Comes in, kicks towards goal. 2 guns up, 61 points of difference. Phil will lead to win.
Tristan Roberts, some quick stats.
Okay, from Beaufort, Batters has 7 kicks, 2 handballs. Lynch has 7 kicks and 1 handball. Doherty has 4 kicks and 2 handballs. From Dunnstown, Dummett 6 kicks. McBain with 6 kicks and 2 handballs. And White with 3 kicks.
Thank you, Tristan.
Dunnstown down there in the Western Plains Footy League for 3BBB, and we've been playing here for 33 minutes, but I think this quarter will go for another, say, 5 minutes.
Well, they've lost 2 balls.
Yes, at least 5 minutes.
Back in the centre, Neil Quinlan bounces the ball. Up they go. It's O'Brien in the ruck. He gets a quick tap down to no one in particular. Loose ball is scrubbed forward up to the half-forward line, and good use of the body by Timmy Murphy takes a strong mark in front. He goes out towards Broadbent, and Broadbent has taken a strong mark. Again, good use of the body, Ducky.
Great use of the body there. Yes.
Very similar to you when you play with North Melbourne, wearing number 17. As Broadbent is a long way out from goal. He drives it in towards the big sticks. It's just to the left and through to 1 point. So 62 points is the margin here to Beaufort. More than 10 goals deep, 34 minutes into this third quarter. And Dunnstown, well, I think they're gone. As the ball is driven out by Simon Brett. Oh, McBain, a lovely mark. He tried that earlier and he didn't do it, but this time he did. Great mark, but spoils his good mark with an errant kick. And that is 3/4 time here at Learmonth Oval, where it's Beaufort 17-11, leading Dunnstown, trouncing Dunnstown, 8 goals, 3, margin of 62 points.
Just waiting for the spectators to come off the ground here, and it's just about all in readiness. I can't see Dunnstown getting up, Ducky. No, I think that's curtains for them in 95. But nevertheless, they're still a great team.
Well, they are. They haven't really been in it all day, though, have they?
No,
They were early.
perhaps.
Nip and tuck for the first quarter.
Yes.
It was 4-3 to 3-1 at quarter time. The 8th.
Just waiting for the umpire to get in readiness. He'll hold the ball aloft as he does for the siren, and we are off and running in the final quarter of the 1995 Central Highlands footy. As the ball's been bounced, a free kick will go. Whose way will it go? It will go the Crows' way. So it's the Crows with it through the dock. He'll have the footy, the big bloke, as he'll go towards half-forward flank. Looks up here for a teammate, but can't take it. Crashing his way through, but didn't quite get through, was Sharp. He finally got the footy out, and a mark will be taken there for the Town on the centre wing by Wilson. So it's Wilson with it, puts it in towards centre. Gee, they like the Leyland brothers, aren't they? No one can take the mark, taken by Leach. Feeds a good hand pass out to his teammate in Adams. Adams' kick is a poor one. Who can take it away now? It's finally taken away there by Dummett. Or is it Learmonth? Learmonth kicks towards goal, but it's only 1 point, so it's back to 61 points difference here at the Learmonth ground. Tristan, let's take a couple of stats from you, son.
Okay, from last quarter, batters had 7 kicks and Murphy 6 with Lynch on 7 from Dunnstown. Dummett had 6, McBain 7.
Okay, back into play, and the big fellow Doherty's taken the mark. He played on foolishly by hand. It didn't come off, and Dunnstown now drive it forward, only to be repelled by that strong Beaufort defence. It's out on a half-back flank for Dunnstown, for Beaufort, I should say. The handball comes out towards, let's see, that's the little fella in Loader. He drives in towards the centre. The mark's been taken by Chris Peters. He plays on quickly, and a delightful kick off the boot by Peters has found his captain coach in Sean Dummett. Now Dummett needs, they need, well, many goals, of course. They're 10 behind. But Dummett, if he kicks this, well, who knows? There's only 1 3/4 minutes into this last quarter, and a very vital kick for Dunnstown's chances.
Must goal it.
Well, I don't think they've got any chance personally, but still, they're in with the show. As Dummett moves into that left foot. It's a kick off the boot. I think it's going to go to the left. It does, and it's only 1 point. So the margin is reduced again by that solitary point. Back to the even 10 goals here at Learmonth as we played 2 1/4 minutes in this last quarter.
Tris, another couple of stats.
Okay, this quarter, Loader has a kick and Doherty with a kick.
Okay, as the ball comes through, Cook bursting his way through. Geez, played a great game. The old Kookaburra kid, as Tony Cook unleashes a beautiful kick. Up they'll go. Who can take the mark? Frank perhaps should have let it go through, but didn't do so. Roving it beautifully was Broadbent, but oh no. It didn't quite go through and register a goal, but it's only 1 point, so it's back to 61 points. Great play by Tony Cook there, Ducky.
Great effort, sprinting down the wing there. Fantastic play.
Absolutely brilliant. And you're listening to 3BBB, bringing you the magic of the Central Highlands footy as we wait for Britty to bring the footy back into play. Kelly will take a score from you, kid, at the MCG.
I haven't got any.
Okay, we won't then. Britt kicks the footy out towards half-back flank, tapping the footy away. McBain snatches it, runs, gives a hand pass out. Out in front will be Adams. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Leaves it for Scotty Henderson, taps the ball on into the pathway of Griffiths, who snaps it up gleefully and kicks towards centre wing. Good mark has been taken by White. I think he was playing on, but the umpire didn't signal it that way, and he was lucky, Ducky. How would you play that one, son?
Would have got it down.
50 metres you would have given it as White breaks clear, kicks down towards the forward pocket. I don't know what the attraction is out there. Looks towards Yappa Britt. Couldn't take the mark. The ball's over the line and out of bounds. And I can't understand why, Jason, all of the teams, both teams, have kicked the ball out into that dead pocket.
I do not know myself.
Anyway, I do. It's silliness. As the ball comes back into play, the loose ball's been picked up there by, that looks like Walsh. He gets a handball inboard to Griffiths. He kicks in towards the half-forward line. The Beaufort defence is standing firm as Richard Frank gives it across by hand to Akerson. He's been thumped downfield, so it's a free kick. Play on kiss the umpire because the ball comes across to Parker. Oh, he's fumbled it a bit, but there's 2-on-1 as Moorfield gives him a hand. It's a bit scrambly now as no one is trying to get clear with the ball, but a free kick's been pulled out of this to Peter Leach, too high, onto his left foot, delivers delightfully onto the chest of Dale Learmonth, He's just forward of the centre wing as he drives into the other side pocket, and he's found his captain, Sean Dummett, and too far out to score, I fear. So he'll look for some options here, and they've fiddled around a little bit. I think they've done it all day, and that's the reason they're 10 goals down. And well, it was a good mark in the end because it wasn't such a great kick. His young Wood, Damien Wood's taken the mark, but he's on a worse angle, and he's on deep in the forward pocket, so it'll be a good kick. And goodness knows Dunnstown need a goal, and they need many more of them if he can be accurate with this try. As he comes in, it's a nice kick off the boot, but it's away to the right, and only registers the one behind. So we're back to the even 10 goals. Played 5.5 minutes into this last quarter. The old voice is a bit croaky.
Well, let's hope it holds out for a while, son.
It'll hold out, son. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, as we wait again for the ball to be brought back into play, out towards half-back flank, setting himself over the top that time was Doherty. Couldn't take the footy. Dummett roving it well. Tries to flip the footy out. Does so towards Peter Leach. He's in more trouble than Speed Gordon, but he got it across towards Dale Learmonth. He should have kicked the goal, but he couldn't do so. Good play there by Cookie. Sees the ball through for 1 point, so it's 59 points of difference, Ducky.
Must score a few goals here to make the score look at least a bit more respectable.
Kelly Bevan at the G.
Richmond by 16 points there. Richmond 12-11, 83. Essendon 10-7, 67.
Ball comes out towards Drew, gives it across to Cook. Cook in turn, lovely pass, gets it out towards half-back flank. Orchie nearly stole the ball away from Sean Lynch that time, but couldn't do so. The ball's over the line and out of bounds. So we wait for the footy to be tossed back into play. Good high throw. Batters, skinny ruckman. Couldn't get up over the top, but it was knocked away there by Adams. Good play there by the Crows. Sees a hand pass unloaded by Loader. Gives it across to Frank. Frank, a little pass, deft pass there. And Simon Atkin has, is it Atkin? No, it's not. It's Peter Butler, isn't it? Yes, it is. Robert Butler, I beg your pardon. Robert Butler with the footy, and he will go back and kick for goal.
Intelligent play from Chris Parker, a very deft little tap onto Richard Frank there, Neil, and he just saw Butler all on his own at centre half forward, and that was an intelligent football.
Well, he's a great little footballer, is this little bloke. Butler comes in, the umpire skips and dances across, and I think that's only 1 point.
Bit of a tight
yes,
kick there, I thought, Neil. Bit of a tight kick.
Yes.
They just come on, Duck.
No.
So it's back to 60 points here, and we wait for the Chiqui to come in, and that's Brittany. We'll go to the G again, Kelly Bevan, just for the scores there.
Richmond by 16 points. Richmond 12-11, 83. Essendon 10-7, 67.
Okay, as we wait now for Simon Brett to come in and start the play again. Gee, it's taken a long time, forever. In the AFL, they'll be saying, we'll kick the footy. That's what we've come to see.
Must be something. Neil Clennan's looking around.
It might be a blood rule, is it? As number 12 comes on again. I don't know who he is, but...
Sash.
Sash, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Shane Sash with the footy there. Number 12. So we wait for Simon Britt to bring the ball back into play.
Britt goes short and finds Orchard. And he's about 30 metres further on. He drives it out towards the centre wing position. Nice kick over the, no one can take the mark, over the back of the pack. It's Leach with the loose ball. He runs around, has a bounce. He moves into the centre of the ground. That's a little more direct, Peter Leach. A lovely kick off the boot. And that has found, in fact, Dale Learmonth. And that's a lot more of the sort of play they need, Duck.
Most certainly, yes. That direct sort of play straight to the man, on his chest. So it cannot be spoiled.
Haven't seen enough of that from Dunnstown today, and that's the reason they're 10 goals down, or one of them anyway. As Learmonth taking plenty of time. Normally a great kick, Dale Learmonth. That's a good kick off the boot, but it's just veered off to the left. So it goes in the minor openings. So back to 59 points the margin, and we've played 9 minutes into this last quarter.
Yes, okay. Kelly Bevan at the G.
Richmond by 17 points. Richmond 12-12, 84. Essendon 10-7, 67.
Ball coming out towards centre wing, setting himself as Chris Parker. G used the body well, but Sash beat him to it in the final analysis. A hand pass will come across towards Leonard, but good play there. Good defensive play there by Sean Lynch to see the ball over the line and out of bounds. As we wait again for the umpire to throw the ball back in. Glorious throw. Up they'll go. Who got the tap down? But it's spilled clear towards Loader. Lovely little pass by Batters. Sees the ball being marked there by Simon Atkin. Plays on quickly. Looks over here towards Butler. That cleared his head. Running onto it beautifully is Ross O'Brien. Puts the high ball up. Now that's to be grabbed. Nearly a mark there. Can't take it. Running on to roving it beautifully is Simon Atkin. But he should have kicked it. But it just went veering away. And only 1 point. So that was 4-footy Ducky.
Was, should have kicked the goal there. Should have
Definitely.
Yes.
You can't miss those, especially in finals football.
And not that close either.
No, 60 points the difference again. It's Beaufort 17, 14, 114, 15 to Dunnstown 8, 7, 54.
As they've gone short to Chris Peters, he takes a mark, has a couple of bounces going wide out towards the centre wing position, and it's a good mark being taken out there by, it looks like Britt. No, it's not, it's Wilson. Wilson gives it across by hand to McBain. He takes it neatly on the half volley. They're fiddling around a little bit, Dunnstown, although they are gaining some leverage as eventually all that chain of hand passes is undone as the loose kick comes out. It's been marked by Cook in the centre of the ground. He uses his pace, Cookie. He's out of bounds. He could have another one, but decides to have a quick kick, drives it in towards goal, and it's 1 point. He could have run another 15 metres there, Doug.
Or he was a bit selfish too. There was 3 other blokes that could have taken the...
Oh, well, nonsense, Bass.
But he has the right class, the kid, the cuckoo lad. As the ball comes back into play, Mark nearly taken. In fact, it just spilled clear from Sharp. Ball comes out. Who can take it? That's beautifully played there by Frank. But a poor kick, though, allows Peters to chip in with that one. His kick goes out towards Peter Leach. Class footballer, former Beaufort footballer in the Ballarat League. Gets it out towards centre wing. Running onto it will be Leonard. Can't take it. He should have ran with the ball, son. He allowed Broadbent to run with the footy, but the ball beats all of sundry in the final analysis. Over, and in fact that was Moorfield as we saw the ball over the line and out of bounds.
Throw in on centre wing position. It's Richard Frank and the smallest man on the field. Dan Griffith's got the knock out.
Isn't he gutsy?
Yeah, well, he's only small, not much of him.
But us little blokes, normal sized blokes are always like that.
Yeah, he's a bit about your size, about 4'8". As the ball comes back into play, it's Richard Frank, and over the back is Adams. He got the fist of the footy. It's Bildy running onto the loose ball, paddling along. Good play, son. He gets about 50 metres for his side, but again the kick's a poor one, and the loose ball comes to the big fellow Doherty playing kick behind the play, but he's kicked it straight to Wilson, giving it up pretty quickly, but there he's going via the Cape, Wilson, and they're going to just hem him in there, the Beaufort defenders. That's exactly what's happened. Forces an errant kick. It falls forward for the Dunnstown player. He gets a quick kick on, running onto the ball is Mark White, but it's stolen from him there by Johnny Murphy. Drives it out towards Batters on the centre wing. Cook runs straight past the footy, but it's 2-on-1 here. They should do well, but unfortunately for the Beaufort boys, it's out of bounds as Cook was off and running, and he has to give it back to the boundary umpire, Adrian Irvin. And he'll throw it in centre wing position, 13 minutes into this last quarter.
Okay, the ball's back into play. Up they go. Who got the tap down? That might have been Frank. He got it across towards Batters of Beaufort, towards the centre of the ground. No one can take the mark. Over the head of Parker. Battling on beautifully is Simon Atkin. Gives it across to Parker. In turn towards Batters. Batters sees the lead this time from Broadbent, and G used the body well, and he dragged in a very, very good mark. He's played well. How many kicks he had, Tristan?
This quarter he's had 2.
How many overall, son?
It'd be 12.
12 kicks. He's had a good day. Down to the G with Kelly Bevan.
Richmond by 19 points. Richmond 12, 14, 86. Essendon 10, 7, 67.
From the kick, it's a goal that cleared the pack, and it's 67 points of difference in favour of the Beaufort Crows, as the ball will be bounced there by the Dundee diver as the ball is knocked away there by Sharp. Spilled clear, good hard work in the packs there by White, but it allowed Young Woods to run in, bounce once, then kick it out towards that pocket there. What's out there, I don't know, but coming and taking a very good mark was Moorfield.
And it was out to the centre half, or the wing position there. Good mark has been taken by Aitken. He gets it by hand across to Parker. Parker back to Aitken. Is good football, good running footy. He drives it in towards half forward. No one at home there for Beaufort as the Dunnstown defenders try and bottle it in on that pocket. It's muscled clear by the Beaufort defenders, and finally it's out of bounds. It's a bit scrappy, but effective nonetheless, as the margin is 67 points, as the Ducks got the worst. Justin Davies, the boundary umpire, so who cares? As the ball comes back into play, it's under the bottom of the pack as McBain trying to get it out. Can't do so, and umpire Greg Fly will affect the bounce as the game is all over Red Rover for Dunnstown. 15.5 minutes in this last quarter. It's Beaufort by 67.
As the ball will be bounced again by Gregory Flyer, the Dunny diver, as he comes in, bounce. Oh, that's a poor bounce. Pumped away there, trying to burst his way through was McBain. He come out with a footy, and the umpire will come in and bounce just to say sorry there, son. We'll bounce it and recommence play. So it's 67 points of difference. Beaufort are 18-15, 122. Dunnstown 8-8, 55. As umpire Greg Flyer comes in, bounces the footy again. Up they'll go. It's knocked away there by the town.
He's
running
down.
on it beautifully there was Wood. Feeds a hand pass out. Well done towards Sakchi. Gives it back towards Wood. Damien Wood takes one bounce through the centre. Neat pass, but it didn't go to the right bloke though. And it's been marked there by Frank. Is it Frank with it? Richard Frank? Moorfield, beg your pardon. Ball spills clear. Should have been taken perhaps there by Sean Lynch. Is he good enough to get himself out of trouble? Yes, he is. Weaves around one. Neat pass will find Jimmy Murphy in the centre of the ground. So it's Murphy with the Beaufort Crows in the centre of the ground. Goes towards the forward. Push out there. Should have seen it, but a mark has been taken there by Scotty Henderson.
Scotty Henderson drives it out, but a poor kick. I don't know, maybe these fellas don't see too well because he kicked it straight into the arms of batters, all on his own. As he plays it a bit fancy, gives it to Matty Frank. It's not, it's Loader. He runs around, gets himself clear, has a shot at the big ones, and I think he's raised his arms, and that is a goal, a brilliant goal, kicked there by Tony Cook it was, I beg your pardon. Mrs. Cook, your son Anthony has just threaded a goal, and 73 points. Well, who would have thought at this stage, Duck, that it was 73 points the difference?
Well, I didn't think it'd be this big a margin, but that was a great goal by Tony Cook, and he has every right to be jumping around like a madman.
Well, he's from Cuckoo Land, and it's 73 points the difference here at the Lake Learmonth Oval as Neil Quinlan will come in and bounce. He was a great player down at Sebastopol. Bounces the ball high. Who got the tap down? The Doc got the tap down. Good little play there by Kieran Griffin, but he couldn't run with the footy. Taken away by the Crows towards the forward line, but backing back, taking a very good mark was Craig Sharp. So it's Sharpie out towards centre half back. Mark has been taken there by McBain. Beg your pardon? Yes, it was. McBain gives it across to Leach. Leach in turn with a lovely pass will find Adams. Adams a little shove, gives it across towards Woods. Woods goes towards goal. It won't make the distance, and backing back, taking a very, very good mark for Beaufort was Gillingham.
He goes short out to Glenn Drew, by exercising his authority, which is just ridiculous. It just holds the game up.
No, he's dead correct what he did there.
Of course he is, but who cares? It's just pedantic. As the ball comes out towards the half-back line and Richard Frank takes the mark, and he's got the mark half-back flank. We come here to watch the footy, not them umpire. As he gets the ball in towards the centre, almost a good mark to Moorfield. The loose ball comes to Murphy, by hand to Aitken. Aitken has a quick look upfield. It didn't look too good because he found Orchard, who should have taken the mark and didn't. That's probably typical of Dunnstown's day today. Off the ground, it glucks a fortune out to Murphy, and Murphy just a little toe poke into Matthew Frank, and Matty Frank has the mark. He'll be kicking from about 40 metres out. He already has 4 goals today, and he's been a real little goal sneak, Duck.
He has, yes.
As very deliberate, lines them up. A bit of a mongrel old, scrubby old kick off the boot, and that's the result, is 1 point. So the margin's out to 74 points.
Kelly Bevan at the G.
Let's hear those final scores. Richmond by 13 points. Richmond 12, 14, 86, to Essendon, 11-7-73.
From Tris Peters' kick in. It's been marked there by Orchard. Should have perhaps went back and had a long kick, but didn't. Trying to get the hand pass out was Anthony Walsh. Couldn't do so. Good play there by the Town. Nearly got it out was Brett, but went towards Simon Atkins. Kick has been marked there by Broadbent, and he will himself only, say, 20 metres out, kick from, say, 25, and should kick this one, Ducky.
I hope he should.
Yes, definitely. As we wait for him to come in and kick. It's Michael Broadbent for the Crows. Kicks it, clapped through. So it's 80 points of difference here at the Learmonth ground. And gee, it's great football by the Crows. So we just wait now for some idiot to yell. That's good. As the ball has been kicked through, Ducky. Good play.
Good goal, yes. Who would have ever have thought that there'd be 80 points the difference?
Well, certainly not me. Let's check out the time. 21-minute mark. Umpire Gregory Plyer comes in. Will bounce the footy again. Lovely bounce. Knocked away there by the Town. Should have been ran, but it's been grabbed too by the Towners. This time it's Bilney, is it? Footy, yes it is. Bilney hand passes it out. Well done to Kieran Griffith. Left foot pass. Knight's use of the body by the Crows, but the ball thumped back towards Griffith. Should have kicked the footy, but he didn't. Allowed the hand pass to come out towards Simpson, but he can't kick the footy good enough because it's been snapped up there by Sash. Sash's kick is a poor one. It's been marked there by Robert Butler at centre half back.
Butler will drive the Town out with a lovely weighted kick to Batters, and he's played a good game. He plays on. Across to Anthony Cook, he's also played well. To Sean Lynch, again played well, Sean Lynch. His disposal lets him down at times. On this occasion, it is pinpoint accuracy as Gillingham is on the end of that little pass, and he runs a beautiful little kick into the chest of Matthew Frank. There's loose men everywhere here for Beaufort, and he just goes bang and says, thank you very much. Drops it onto the chest of, I can't, it's quite hard to pick him up over there in the sun. It looks like Simon Aitken.
Yes, it is.
It is, and he's taken the mark. He was bumped over after he marked it, but he made it look worse than it was.
It was in the act of marking that he was tackled.
Spoken like a true umpire, you idiot. As Aitken comes in, should score another one for Beaufort. He's kicked poorly, unless the umpire thinks he's on a limit mark for stall. He has, and it's only one behind. Don't think it really matters at this stage, Neil Steinman. 81 points to the good they are.
Well, if I was coaching the team, I wouldn't care where they kicked it. They're going to win, and it doesn't matter how many points you win by. The ball's back out into play. Marked there by Stephen Adams. Plays it on quickly. Sees the lead this time from McBain, was it? No, it wasn't. It was Henderson. Gives a hand pass across to McBain, who tried to do a bit of fancy stuff. Hand passed the ball out in front of himself, and to the Bronx cheers of the Crow supporters, the ball's over the line and out of bounds. So let's check the scores. It's Beaufort 20-17, 136, Dunnstown 8-55 as the ball's back into play. Knocked away there by Shah Adams, I beg your pardon. Gives it across to teammate that time in Bilney. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Who can take the mark? No one. Spilled clear to Dummett. Lovely hand pass will find Learmonth, who'll line it up and kick towards goal. And silence reigns supreme as a goal was kicked that time. And the score goes back to 75 points in favour of the Town. Good play though there, Ducky.
Oh yes, but too little too late.
And they are something like 12 and a half goals down, so.
Well, it's reminiscent of what happened to what they did to Learmonth last year.
So we wait for the footy again. Kelly Bevan will just take the final score down there at the MCG, which was?
Richmond by 13 points. Richmond 12-14-86. Essendon 11-7-73.
Now, just in case you've been off the planet, we'll check the scores out. In the under 14.5s, it was Creswick 6-1-37 by 13 points over Bungaree, 3-6-24. In the under 17.5s, it was Creswick 12-10-82, 50 points over Beaufort, 5-2-32. And in the reserves, it was Bland 14-7-91, Hepburn 7-5-47. The net ball went Bungaree's way over Bland in the reserves. We haven't got the first score, but at any rate, let's see what happens. New ball out.
The third footy lost, Neil.
It certainly is, isn't it? Gee, Gee, it must be a costly game. This no one of the old bloke didn't want to let us in today.
Well, that's about it.
Beaufort now 20-17, 136. Dunnstown 9-8, 61, and Greg Plyer will bounce the footy down. 75 points of difference at the 25 and 3/4 minute mark.
As Dunnstown have only kicked 2 goals since half-time, as they battle it forward again through the agency of Griffiths. He's kicks it up towards Dummett. He's playing from behind. That's not good enough in modern-day footy, in any footy for that matter, as the loose ball comes out. Big White runs onto the ball, gives it across by hand to no one in particular except Tony Davidson, and he gets a funny old kick that gains about 15 metres, looking for the boundary line. He can't find it. The loose ball comes across to Timmy Murphy, who's played a great game. He drives it in towards Gillingham, and again, centimetre perfect with the kick. Gillingham goes short onto the running players. Has been marked there by, let's see, that is Loader. Loader fires at the big ones and has missed.
You know, just a little observation. So in the last quarter, more so in the last quarter, I believe that Beaufort's kicking has improved probably 100%. Their passes have been pinpoint accuracy, whereas in the first half or a little bit more of the game, they're very poor. Play comes out. Chris Peters takes the mark half-back flank on the members' side of the ground. He'll play it on towards centre wing. He looks up here for Leachy. He can't mark it. Ball. Oh, yes, he can. Gee, that was a great mark when push comes to shove. Peter Leach has the footy. He'll play it on quickly. Not a great kick, though. And it just bounced in front of Sashi.
Isn't that indicative of what's happened to Dunnstown today?
It has. Their kicking hasn't improved, has it?
Well, it's got worse.
Perhaps it has. As the ball will be tossed back into play now to recommence play. High ball up. It's knocked away there by Sharp. Running onto it valiantly was Bilney. Couldn't run with the footy. Kicked off the ground there by Butler. His kick is luck's a fortune as it turned out. Aitken has it. He'll swing it around. There it is towards Gillingham. Runs through centre half forward. Puts the high kick in. Who's going to take the mark? Nearly a beauty there to Broadbent. Running onto it was Frank. But he just couldn't make it, Matty Frank. It bounced through for only 1 point. So it's 77 points of difference. And it's still lively footy.
It is 27 minutes into the last quarter, lively but all over nonetheless, as we're just going through the motions, but still, Beaufort are trying to score every chance they can. They're still hard at the footy. Short pass comes out, strong mark to Chrissy Peters. He drives it up towards centre wing position, onto the chest of Darren Brett. He plays on with the ball. No, it's not. It's, let's see. It is Walsh. He plays it across there to Adams, drives the ball up towards the forward line, over the head of the players, almost running onto the ball there was Wood. He couldn't get clear with it. Free kick has been found here for Dunnstown in the forward pocket, and they will shoot for goal from about 20 metres out. Let's try and pick up who the player is. He's hitting up rather ruefully. I think it is Wood. Damien Wood with the ball.
Wood or Roger?
Yeah, Damien Wood. He'll have a shot from about 20 metres out, and perhaps to say that they need a goal would be the understatement of the afternoon. But as our special comments man Jason said, it's too little too late, because he lines it up, goes through with the ball, and I think he may have scored one behind. He has. So it's decreased the margin by 1 behind to 76 points. We've played 28.5 minutes in this last quarter, and it's Beaufort's flag for 95.
Certainly is. The ball comes from the hands of Aitken, gives it across to teammate, but snared there by the Towners in Bilney. Gives it across to the little bloke in Griffiths, and the little bloke, the average size bloke, the normal bloke, kicks towards goal, and he's banged it through like a normal bloke would. It's 70 points the difference, and we're just showing these big turkeys how to kick there, Ducky.
Yes, if I might digress, Neil, I've seen Chris Parker's taken himself off the ground. He's ran down to his wife and family and given them a hug and a kiss, and has gone back to the rest of the team on the bench there. So he's quite elated.
As we wait for Neil Quinlan to come in and bounce the footy again to recommence play. It's Adams for the Town. Plays the big bloke this time in Doherty, who got the tap down and come towards the Crows. Kicks it out. Good mark has been taken by Orchie. Plays it on for the Town, out towards centre wing, where a mark has been taken there by Sharp. Sharp will get it out towards half forward, too far out, but it looks for Griffiths. The ball bounces over the little bloke's head, running onto it there, but can't take the footy. Is it a free kick? Yes, it will. The free kick will go to Butler. So it's Butler with the footy. Towards half forward. Over Butler's head. Good mark has been taken by Chris Peters, who he spent some time in the sin bin in the third quarter.
Chris Peters, centre wing, brings it inboard to Peter Leach. He's on his own. He plays on by hand across there to Sharp. Sharp drives it in towards full forward, hoping for a big mark. It's thumped away by the Beaufort defenders. Leading in the race for the ball is Learmonth. He gets it across to Sashi. Sashi drives in towards full forward. Up there, one hand is not good enough. Onto the ball there is Bilney. Good roving son as he drives it through for a belated goal, and that reduces the margin to 64 points. But as we have harped on it, it's way too late here for the town. They still trail by 64 points, and we've played 30 and a half minutes into this last quarter, Ducky.
Wouldn't be long to go now.
So we wait now for the footy to be brought back. At least we won't have to pay for this footy as we come through the gate. 64 points the difference. It's Beaufort 20-19, 139, 64 points over Dunnstown, 11-9-75. You're listening to 3BBB, bringing you the magic of Central Highlands football. And gee, I'm not sure where the footy's going. It's going via the Cape, but they're not going to give it back by the looks of it. Finally it comes back. So they love their footy out here, Ducky, don't they? In the
country? Oh, they certainly do. Great atmosphere out here every year.
They love pinching the footies.
Yes.
We've gone through about $260 worth of footy so far in this game alone.
So we've been playing for 31 and a half minutes in this final term as Greg Plyer, the umpire, will come in and bounce the footy again. It's the Doc Doherty. Up there, gets the tap down, spills clear, nearly run through there was Frank, couldn't do so. Murphy was there, but he couldn't do so. Well played there by Sharp towards centre half forward. Gee, they were alight as Lund tries to get through, but he can't. He was beaten to the punch. The Crows are in the van this time as coming out, taking a very good mark was Butler, was it? Gives it across there towards Aitken. Simon Aitken hand passes it beautifully. We'll find Frank on half forward flank, unleashes a lovely little deft pass, and it will find Paul Batters. So Paul Batters, who came from, and there goes the siren. Now he should have a go for goal if he wants it, because he could kick it. He was recruited from Ballarat, and he will come in and kick for goal. It's a wobbly old punt. Chris Peters sticks the paws up and has taken the mark.
Congratulations.
Well, that was absolutely brilliant football here, and well, it's all over here on 3BBB, the football. 64 points the difference. Beaufort 20-19, 139 have defeated Dunnstown 11-9-75. And we will just check out the scores here in the previous games today.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask Mr. Greg Crosby of the McCain Company to come forward to present the 1995 Premiership Cup to the captain and coach of the Beaufort side, Chris Parker. Thanks, mate. Well, the children and the players have done down. Bad luck, you couldn't find matches and both on the road. It was a great pleasure to present a Premiership Cup to one of the real nice guys in football. Chris, on behalf of the Beaufort Football Club, I'd like to accept the McCain 1995 Grand Final Trophy. First of all, I'd like to thank McCain for sponsoring the league. I'd like to thank Dunnstown. It's a hard side. I knew we were going to be up against them today. The pressure was on them. We were underdogs. We had nothing to lose. And we were just able to get that pressure on them. But I don't think they all lost any friends today. The supporters should be very proud of them because they played the game hard. And it was a hell of a game. But this game I've been in for many, many years. I tell you now. So I just can't believe it's head-bang. I won't start taking people because I'll leave someone out with the system and everything. I'll try and Barry Thompson, representing the Commonwealth team, if he present the perpetual Commonwealth belt trophy to the President of the Beaufort Club, Mr. Ken Birch. Thank you, Ken. Thank you very much. I'd just like to congratulate the Central Highlands Football League on another memorable grand final day. I'd like to congratulate both clubs. Bad luck to Dunnstown. Unfortunately, couldn't do it again this year, but it was a great performance. And all congratulations go to Beaufort. It was a great performance. You've capped off a great year with a premiership win. And I'd like to congratulate everyone connected with the club. Well done. At this stage, I'm the happiest fellow in the world. Firstly, congratulations to Dunnstown. As Mark said, we knew it was going to be tough, and that's the way it was. But I'm terribly proud of our fellows. I must congratulate the Central Highlands Football League on the conducting of the final this year. It's been done excellently. To the Commonwealth Bank, thank you very much. We're proud of this. And the players and everybody associated with our club, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to call on the Regional Director of the Victorian Country Football League, John McCarthy, to make two BCFL presentations. Firstly, to the best player, judged by an independent panel for today's game. Thanks, John. Thank you, Frank. Congratulations to the Central Highlands Football League and to the two first participators today. This race, Dunnstown, before 12-30 years for the most race today. My congratulations to the Beaufort Football Club for being premiers in 1995. The best player on the ground today, it's been very, very hard. There were three independent judges and we had three different players. And I had to get a casting vote. The best player today goes to the captain coach, Chris Parker. That's the medal presented by the BCFL Stadium to the best player of all grand finals throughout Victoria. And on behalf of the BCFL and Alexander Stenhouse, the insurers of the Victorian Country Football League, they make a roll of the trophy to the coach of the premiership side. And Chris, on behalf of the BCFL and Alexander, congratulations for the job well done today and throughout the year. Well done. So the best on the game, I think I deserve it. We had a few guys, Tom Aiken, one of us, all their best player. There's a few others who played tremendous, some of the Dunnstown guys just tried to absolute hard out. But, you know, it's something I'll never forget as well. That's right. Thanks, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings the 1995 Central Highlands Football League season to a close. Once again, on behalf of the league and the executive, congratulations to both the clubs and to all clubs who are successfully winning premierships today, both in football and netball. Can I wish you all the best for the cricket season and hope to see you all back in 1996. Thank you all very, very much. say, I'll have to get a chance to speak later on with the committee and everything. Just for you guys, on behalf of myself, I can never say how proud I am of you. It was just the best day of my life. My door and home is open to any one of you blokes for the rest of your life, I'll tell you. There'll always be a beer in the fridge. And if anyone of you is driving past, make sure you come in and get it, alright? From now to the end, I'll be today, we're up against it right from the start of the final series. No one thought we could win it. But you blokes believed in yourselves, and I've never seen a side give absolutely everything like you did for the first at least 3.5 quarters today. In the last part, who gives a shit? I'm a bit embarrassed to get this because I reckon it should be cut up into 20 pieces and every one of you should get a bit because I reckon... Spare a thought for Scotty Phillips and a couple other guys, alright, that missed out. They did everything they could. It was just the way the cards fell. To have a good side, have a side good enough to win a premiership, it's not just done with 20 players, it's done with a lot more than that, so hopefully all the blokes that played games feel a part of it, get back tonight, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. It's going to be a hot 10 in the town tonight, boys. You will never ever forget this as long as you live, and so you should, because you deserve every pat on the back you get. You are magnificent. Their supporters were fantastic. I just can't convey how grateful I am to each and every one of you.